In a world in crisis, can three idiots find hope in the darkest of places? Will love conquer all, or will hate win out in the end? This is a show called Hate.
Hello and welcome to A Show Called Hate, a podcast in which we explore love, hate, and everything in between in search of greater meaning and perhaps a little perspective. I'm John.
I'm Nick.
I'm Daddy.
Oh, he is!
I didn't like that. I didn't like it.
No, I didn't really.
No.
Did you plan that?
No, that just came to me in a dream.
Yeah.
While I was sleeping, while you two introduced yourselves.
Yeah, it's a nightmare.
While I was desperately trying to get any sleep I could.
Yeah. No, that I wasn't planning that.
Well,
that just kind of happened.
Yeah.
Congratulations, Daddy.
Thanks.
I hate that. Felt awful in my mouth.
Thanks, Nikki.
Oh, it's really bad.
Nikki and Johnny.
Oh, we got off to a bad start.
Oh, no.
Nikki and Johnny and
Someone's
Daddy.
made it weird and it wasn't me.
Definitely wasn't you.
Are you now tempted to start using phrases like slugger or big
I'm
chap?
intrigued to know what nicknames I will give my son as time progresses, but I don't quite know what they are yet. I started calling him I'll give you his name first, so this makes sense.
That's a good start, yeah.
Jacob
Oh.
is his
Hey,
name.
congratulations.
Thank you. So I've started calling him J-Bomb, J-Dog.
Because you could take the second half of the name, call him Cobb.
Well,
That'd be cool.
I call him Bear Cub.
Oh, that's
So
good.
J Cub, Bear Cub.
That's good.
That kind of
That's
thing.
good.
So there's little things like that.
Oh,
but,
that's nice,
But
yeah.
where Slugger might come in at some point, or you know,
Slugger.
Boy Scout.
Boy Scout.
Champ.
Scout.
Champ's
Scout.
a good
Just
one.
Scout, yeah.
Champ's a good one.
Champ's good, yeah.
Yeah, that kind of thing.
Tiger.
Tiger.
Go get him, Tiger.
Go get him, Tiger. That's a Mary Jane.
That's a Mary
That's
Jane
more of
thing.
a sexual thing.
Yeah, well,
In
you opened
Spider-Man.
this with Daddy.
I
didn't you?
did.
So
I
it's
did.
kind
yeah.
of your
We're
fault.
all in
If
a
you-
sexual way now.
Yeah, I think saying like
I'm very aroused.
face it, Tiger, you've hit the jackpot, I believe, is the
Ooh,
that's
that's-
that's
very
the, that's
MJ.
the sensual way of saying it. Yeah.
I won't say that.
Yeah.
No.
Don't say that'd be weird.
No, that would be weird.
No.
But you know, that'll evolve over time.
I always thought that was quite an arrogant thing for her to say.
Yeah.
Do you think?
Yeah.
Like, I don't think I'd ever refer to
she's-
myself
you're
as
like-
the jackpot.
Imagine
hell
one
Who does she think she is?
Imagine one of us showing up at someone's door and going, let's
it.
face it, Tiger,
You've hit the jackpot.
you've hit the jackpot. The door would be shut in my face.
I mean, I get it. She's a model and everything, you know, like
Yeah.
actress, whatever. Yeah.
who do you think
But who
you
the
are?
fuck do you think you are?
Some nerve.
Honestly.
Yeah, turning up at Peter Parker's house. Did you
Yeah.
know he's
Does
Spider-Man
she
at
know
that
who
point?
he is?
No, not that.
Just a
point.
guy,
No,
just a guy.
Just a guy.
Just
yeah.
a
Yeah,
random,
kind of a
random
loser,
guy.
actually. So, yes, you've got a baby.
We've got a baby
Yeah.
now.
Do you
He's,
wanna-
he's a week and a bit old.
Yeah.
Week and a day.
Week and a day.
Old. Today is
8 days.
8 days.
8 days.
Yeah,
Yeah.
seven plus
Do
one.
you know any words?
He probably knows the words.
Oh, he knows
He can't
them, yeah.
express the words.
Fine.
He
sort of-
chooses not to. He has
Yeah.
no real reason
He,
to.
he looks at me
Yeah.
with disdain instead.
Yeah.
Just like us.
Yeah, and he just cracks on.
Now, what would you say to those people who are surprised you're here right now instead of with your darling
You
family?
don't know me.
Yeah,
You don't know my story.
We're getting
No.
a lot of comments, actually.
Well, you came, Johnny.
Hello, that's me.
Came to my house yesterday
Yeah.
to meet Bear Cub. And you said, "Oh, don't worry about turning up for the podcast." I was like, "No, I'm ready. I'm ready to go. I'm back,
Yeah,
baby. I'm back, baby."
Yeah, I was not expecting him.
I was not expecting you.
I'm
tonight.
less tired than you might expect. I'm tired, sure.
Sure,
There's a
sure,
lot going
yeah.
on, but in terms of sleep, we've done all right so far. Touch wood.
Yeah.
etc.
Cool. And I have to
So,
say,
yeah, we've done
you,
all right.
you smell surprisingly good.
Do I?
For somebody
Well, I
who's-
just chucked a load of beer over myself before
Yeah.
we started
Yeah,
recording.
you did do that.
Yeah, but like other bodily fluids have been on you
Yeah.
a fair amount of
Oh,
late.
yeah. Well, he did a good poo today.
Oh.
Ah.
Yeah. So
No one
so I don't.
celebrates mine anymore.
No,
You know?
I did. I was like, I don't like genuinely. I went to this. I'm so pleased with that.
I'm so
I
pleased
I wasn't like being ironic or
What?
Facetious.
What
Facetious.
makes it good? Are we talking quantity?
Yeah, what
is-
kind of.
So here's the thing.
girth.
So babies, when they're born, up for a few days, up to like let's say a week and a half, their poos basically evolve from a Marmite sticky, horrible black thing
sticky.
that looks like venom, looks like a symbiote. And it goes through from that to sort of green, and now where we are now, which is sort of soft and yellow browny kind of thing. So that's the consistency we're looking for.
Closer to a human shit.
Closer to a human shit is exactly what I'm after. Yeah.
Now, I'm sure anyone will tell you.
rather than pure evil.
Or
in
an
a
alien
nappy.
of some kind.
No, I'm sure any new parent will tell you these precious memories go by so quickly. Like you're going to look back on day 4 and go, "Oh, remember when it was green?" You know,
You know
I'm
how
missing that
parents
now.
keep like a lock of hair or the first 2.
Yeah.
I just wondered if
All
you
of
thought
that.
about a shit. Keeping the
I
first
did.
shit.
Well, here's the other thing.
Oh, no.
So there's that. So I'll finish this anecdote and then I'll move on to the next one. I've got a few anecdotes.
I'm regretting this already.
So they say, oh, we want your baby to poo and pee once in his first 24 hours. So he came out pissing.
It's a medical term.
That's
Yeah.
He's an overachiever.
He came
maybe.
out, and it was
Look
just
at me,
a
Daddy.
stream.
Ka-chow!
And
What's
then
weird is that it was spiraled. I think he was giving it a bit of a copter.
Yeah, give it a copter.
I mean, it wasn't a straight line, put it that way. And then you're supposed to poo once in 24 hours. He pooed 6 times in the first 24 hours.
Definitely an
We were
overachiever.
counting. We
Sure.
were counting.
Oh, you would do, yeah.
It's slowed down
Yeah.
since, which is good.
Yeah.
But he
Yeah.
did. Today was the one we were after. I just went to this. Oh yeah, I'm so pleased with that.
Yeah.
The other
I'm so pleased with that.
the other thing that happened today is the remaining part of his umbilical cord fell off.
Right,
That's
so you
good.
got like a little pepperami gift.
It was sort of shriveled up into nothingness, but they put a little plastic clip on it to cut off the blood supply and that kind of thing.
Oh, so he had a little front tail,
kinda, yeah,
and then it dropped off.
yeah, with a plastic peg on it.
And so now
that-
I've got another question for
That
you.
dropped off today.
Which I
so I said to Liz, "Do we want to keep this?"
Yes.
And the answer was definitely no.
Weird. Okay.
Liz did not want to keep that.
If you keep that thing and forget about it,
that
you
thing.
know that a wizard will one day get hold of it and have power
Yeah.
over your
Yeah,
progeny.
it's either that
Yeah.
or it will grow into another Jacob.
Yeah.
But the dark Jacob.
Yeah,
And
sure.
you'll have to maybe exercise
feed
it
him,
at some point.
feed him a bucket of fish
Fish
heads
heads,
once a week.
exactly.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that
and
kind
you
of
know
thing.
you're not converting that egg.
No,
So
No.
there's a wasp nest up there.
Oh, indeed.
Fuckers. And baby clothes. So
they
I
could
hope
raise-
don't want to mix those two things
They
up.
could raise dark Jacob. He
So
could-
Yeah.
So what did you do with Dark Jacob?
I want it. It's in the bin.
we're
Oh,
calling
sure.
it dark
I mean, like
We
the
put- I
food, the
brought-
food bit.
yeah, the food recycling bin or like
No, I put it in the wheelie bin.
Oh, sure, yeah.
I rolled it up in the nappy, put it in the nappy bag with the wipes, put it in the wheelie bin.
Buried it in concrete.
Very
Yeah,
Let's
salted the earth.
Let us never talk
Yeah.
of this again.
We had a seance.
drew a couple of
Yeah.
runes on it.
Yeah.
Oh, I don't like umbilical cords at the best of times. That's kind of like.
Well, I cut the umbilical cord.
Did you?
Yeah, oh yeah. It was easier than I thought it was going to be. I thought I was going to be there for like
I
5
thought it
minutes,
was-
like cutting
Yeah,
away at it.
tough.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
But no, it was. I'm sure they gave me special scissors.
But the birthing process wasn't taking place in like a wood. Like, you know, it wasn't in a forest.
No, not in the forest.
So
no.
why do they do
Not this
that?
time.
It's like
What do you mean?
well, what? Cause, imagine if the doctor's got it in hand. Why are they letting you?
Is it like a
Well,
ceremonial thing?
I mean, I was
You are the father.
I was somewhat involved in
Sever
in
your
his
child from its
creation.
mother.
Yeah, exactly. I was there at the start.
You were
So
there
I
at the
want to be
start.
there at the end. You know what I mean?
So it's literally like, sir, it's custom for the father to drive a wedge
Well, no, they
between
yeah,
the child of a
pretty
mother.
much, yeah. It's from this point on, you'll be constantly driving a wedge.
Symbolically and literally.
Yeah. So I did that. So that was cool.
Drove the wedge.
Drove the wedge
Sure, yeah.
immediately, and I've been sort of pushing my arms out ever since.
So when you snipped it,
Oh,
I just got to really like.
It was much more straightforward than you might.
How close to
anticipate.
the child did you snip?
Oh, they held me, held the
Held
either
you.
end, held me,
Held you
while
down.
I did it, just to make sure I was
So
steady.
they hold either side of the.
And they were just cut somewhere in this range.
Somewhere here. Somewhere.
somewhere in this ballpark.
Yeah.
Great.
Cut the red cable.
Yeah.
That's for power cables.
Nice that we went to the same sound effect.
Why? Like, that just seems like, give him something to do. Make him feel like he's
Oh,
involved.
I was a spare part.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was a spare
Yeah.
part.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was there for moral support. My job's over apart from that. At that point.
Yeah.
Frankly.
And would Sir like to cut the umbilical cord? No. No, it's
Well,
fine.
I guess some people don't because they're. I mean, I'm not the sort of. I'm kind of squeamish, I suppose. But that
I
was
think
that
I
was
probably would be.
more than fine.
Yeah.
It was very straightforward.
Nothing like squirted out of it when you cut it or anything.
No, I don't think
Oh,
so.
Sorry,
No.
I have to
Please,
know these things.
please.
No,
Well,
no.
let's be honest. Like, I'm never going to go through it, and also, like, maybe anyway. But like,
Yeah.
But also, these are the weird facts that you never know unless you've been through
it.
you're there. And
Sure.
I kind of want to drain Chris for all the
Yeah.
facts, just like he drained the umbilical cord.
Well,
Exactly. Yeah.
Well, I learned yesterday when I saw the baby.
The babe.
Babies can't sweat.
Fact.
What? They can't sweat.
Fact.
I didn't know that.
So we woke up the
When
other
do they learn
morning.
to sweat?
I don't know. You have to go to a course, I think.
Yeah, 6-week course.
Yeah.
Really stressed the
Yeah.
baby out.
Yeah.
God,
Just
force it out.
scream in his face. So no, they can't sweat. So he woke up yesterday, day before,
Right.
and his back was kind of wet through his clothes. We were like, oh, that's odd. Maybe he was a bit hot in the night.
Yeah.
So we had a call with our community midwife, who scheduled call. We said, oh, yeah, just a few questions we ran through with this, that, and the other. And then said, yeah, his back was kind of wet this morning. We think he may have been too hot. And she was like, well, babies can't sweat. So that's definitely piss.
Great. I guess when they can't sweat, it basically just means whenever there's liquid, it's piss.
Unless one of us has sleepwalked downstairs, collected like a cup of water and chucked it on him, it's piss.
It's piss.
It's
if in doubt, it's piss.
Yeah.
Piss is probably better than drool.
Well, if it's that level of drool, he's got
yeah,
problems.
yeah, that's true.
Yeah, absolutely.
I do like the idea that, like, your baby may have just been born with the most incredible digestive system in the world. Like
an external one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That'd be
Came
cool.
out pissing, did 6 shits in 2 minutes or whatever you said. Probably less than that.
Sorry,
Yeah, there's a dog barking.
Yeah, we opened the window because it's
so
hot
hot
in
today.
here.
Yeah. Oh, there's more than one dog out there.
God,
There's lots of dogs
Oh, it's a
barking.
beautiful neighbourhood. It's so peaceful
Yeah, it's
around
lovely
here.
around
We'll
here,
try
yeah.
again in a bit. Yeah. Wow. Yeah.
So there you go. So there's some baby facts for you.
Yeah.
Good stuff.
Feel free to ask me any other questions.
Do you feel that life has taken on new meaning?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, a bit of new
Well, I'm
meaning.
busier now.
Okay. That's something, I guess.
Generally speaking, I think I'm busy.
Yeah.
Overall, a little busier.
Yeah.
I've got a little more on my plate now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Definitely. Oh, sure, yeah. All
Well,
of that.
yeah.
All of the cliches you've read, John, are
Yeah.
true.
Yeah. Do you think?
Let's say that.
Did your heart grow 4 sizes that day?
The doctors say if it gets any larger. Yeah. Yeah, all of that.
Well, I mean, congratulations.
Thanks, thank you. Yeah.
Very happy.
We're very happy for you.
So,
Yeah.
there you go. It'll be at the pub with us in no time.
Yeah.
Yes, of course.
Probably.
Yeah.
Well, this really is we're gonna have to rein it in a bit now, aren't we? You know,
Well,
you
yeah.
got to set a good example.
Yeah, what else has been going on?
Yeah, I mean, do we, like, you've got someone you can pass stuff onto now. So,
Knowledge.
for example, well, no, I meant more like a will and legacy and testament
Wisdom.
kind of thing.
Hairline.
Oh, I haven't got
You
anything
don't,
to
you
give
don't
him.
have any wisdom.
I haven't got anything to give him.
But no, I mean this podcast.
What? would
Your
you-
place on this podcast
Yeah, it could go to him.
would be passed down. Because
Yeah.
that's when we signed the original contract, we
Yeah.
agreed that
Yeah.
it would only be passed
But I would
down.
be usurped at the earliest opportunity.
You can only replace a host through blood,
Yes.
through a blood ritual.
Or combat.
Or yeah, of course.
Blood will come back.
So when
yeah.
Jacob supplanks you and defeats us,
Yeah.
it'll finally
Yeah.
be his podcast.
He will be much more vital than
and he'll
us
like
at that
just
point.
take on your powers
Yeah.
essentially, that
Yeah.
kind of thing.
What I find wild is that, like, given our release schedule.
Have we got a release schedule, have we?
in
There's so many things I could say to that.
Well, I just
Release schedule.
I start to go like, well, God, like in I don't know, 50 episodes time, he'll be walking.
Yeah, true.
I
Yeah?
guess so. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, babies walk around a year,
25.
25 episodes.
Maybe less.
He has a bloody strong neck, I'll tell you. When you're trying to burp, because babies traditionally their necks flop all over the place, and
That's
his
true.
his does a bit.
Okay.
But he can move it. He's like he
Ah.
resists and things like that.
He
So
might be the first, like next human. You know, the next step of human evolution.
Yeah, human
He
2.0.
could be the first human
Yeah,
2.0. You
that'd
just
be-
don't know yet.
Yeah, that'd be good.
That would be good.
I could cash in on that.
Yeah.
In my mind, he's going to be a millionaire and look after
Well,
his mum
why
and dad.
not? Yeah, because
Yeah,
money will be worthless.
let's just
by
say
then,
he
so,
is.
yeah.
Well,
Let's just say
a
he
millionaire
will
would
be.
be about what I'm on now.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
I mean, powerful neck, you say. Noodly little legs.
Yeah, well, yeah.
Yeah,
He's putting
yeah.
on weight now.
Yeah.
Focused on neck day.
Another thing about babies, so they have a birth weight. So he was 6.8. Birth weight.
6.8 birth.
6 pounds, 8 ounces.
Right.
They lose a bit of weight when they come out of the womb, so he lost 6.4% of his birth
Well, he was
weight.
pissing as well, so that
He's
probably
pissing a lot.
contributes
Yeah.
to that.
He's
yeah.
pissing and shitting a lot, so that's probably why.
He'd been stress eating a lot until that point.
But then the last couple of days, he started putting it back on. 'Cause he's
Ah,
quite a
okay.
tiny baby. It's
muscle.
Like he's wearing,
it's
sure,
muscle.
it could be
Yeah.
muscle.
It's neck muscle.
He's wearing all the tiny baby clothes. We've got a load of clothes that are too big for him at the moment.
Okay,
so I'm
sure.
hoping he'll grow. Otherwise-
That's usually what happens, I think.
Logistically, we've got a problem if not. So we only have 4 outfits that fit him at the moment.
yeah, but who are you trying to impress?
Yeah, exactly. Who's he
so
trying
it's
to
more,
impress?
it's more who he's trying to impress.
Yeah, just wrap him in
He should want to impress me.
wrap
really.
him in a blanket.
Yeah, or like a potato sack.
Yeah,
Well,
little
you
sack.
got to put quite
A
a few.
sack.
You
A
got to
sack.
put quite a few layers on him. Even in this
Ah.
weather, you
But
got to
like-
put
but
like
he can't sweat.
3-4 layers. Well, he can't sweat. So,
He likes
smart.
to
just-
layer because you can get like a lot of like contrasting patterns and
Yeah, that's
draws,
true.
draws the eye in a
Draws the eye.
pleasing way.
Absolutely,
Yeah.
yeah. Oh, you got to.
Yeah.
So
all
this
of
is
that.
kind of an important episode. Like, obviously.
Yeah.
But
No,
generally.
every episode is important.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's not true.
I wish I could remember what episode number it is because I could say something pithy, but I can't.
Oh, well.
No, I don't know.
But this is going to be the episode you said earlier that he's going to come back to and
Probably
listen.
I mean, he might not want to. I don't listen to this.
No, he will, because
There'll come a point where it'll go like,
it's the most important thing any of the three of us have made. Easily.
yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, without doubt.
And
Yeah.
not including Jacob.
Not including the baby himself.
The baby
Shit, I
himself,
was
yeah.
actually including Jacob. That's what you mean. That was really
yeah. I see.
Well, he hasn't
Yeah.
proved himself yet.
Exactly.
We don't know how he's going to
Yeah.
turn out. So
He might not even be funny.
yeah. I guess what I think Nick is saying, like, this is where they've turned on the time machine. The only time you can go
It's
is
an
when
audio time.
Well, I assume this will be on the internet forever. This
Yes.
podcast.
Oh, ever, yeah.
The internet will exist forever.
it'll be
Yeah.
echoing out through the void of space. as well,
Absolutely. Yeah. I hope so.
So I guess the point is, are you going to be cleaning up your act a bit?
Oh, no, I wouldn't have thought so.
No.
No.
You don't want Jacob to be ashamed.
Well, the thing about that, John, is all the episodes that we've done before now are still out there.
Yeah, that's true. We do have a lot to be ashamed for.
There's no, I can't hide from it.
There's
Yeah.
no coming back from that.
I
Sadly.
mean, I wouldn't really want to be judged by the things I say, do, or represent. I think
No.
yeah,
Judge,
but-
judge me on everything I don't do,
yeah.
and maybe not even that. Yeah, getting the cool bag.
Do you have a message for future Jacob?
Yeah.
Future Jacob?
have a beer.
Oh,
Father.
thanks, I will.
Papa Ray.
Thank you. Look after your mum and dad.
Oh, that's good. That's really
Is
good.
what I
yeah.
would say to him.
Aw.
And also, well done on the millions.
Well done on the millions. Well
Yeah.
done on being a gazillionaire.
Cause
Ooh,
yeah, because
cyber millions.
yeah.
Yeah. Invest in the futures market.
Yeah.
Do that.
Well done for unlocking the potential of the HoloNet.
Yeah. Exactly. Yeah. Yeah. That's what I would say.
That's probably what it
look
would be.
after your mum and dad,
Also,
and any future rays there may be.
also
Yeah.
I still have value.
Yeah.
Don't send me away.
Don't send me to the lunar colonies. To mine moon.
I'd be up for going to an old people's home. Maybe not the lunar colonies.
No.
Yeah.
Colonies.
Yeah, Luna Connolly is that action star.
It's Billy
in the
Connolly's
future.
sister.
Yeah.
But yeah, put me in an old folks' home by all means.
Yeah.
A middle-aged person's home would be quite nice, actually.
Yeah, can we get one of those?
Yeah,
That'd be lovely,
We
yeah.
could all move in together.
Are we
That'd be great.
middle-aged now?
Oh,
We're
yeah.
getting
Oh,
there.
yeah.
We're
yeah,
hurtling
100%.
We talked
towards
about this
it.
last time, didn't we?
Yeah, I
think.
feel we are 100% middle-aged. I feel like mid to late 30s is 100% middle-aged. But then I also see
I'm trying to bank on it being like 40.
That's what Ali's
Yeah.
trying to bank on,
I'm
but
try-
I'm not sure she's got any.
I've not got that long to
yeah,
go
that's
anyway.
fine. Ali's got like a couple of years on her. She'll be
That's true.
Yeah,
Yeah.
easy for her to say.
Easy.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because I reckon I'm now middle-aged. I'm okay with that. But then I see police reports, and it's always like middle-aged man, 48, and I'm like, oh, maybe I'm still young.
Oh,
Middle age lasts because if your life is divided up into three, kinda like young, middle aged, old.
Sure.
Yeah.
Then middle age is quite a broad spectrum.
Indeed.
When
You'd say.
when do you become old?
I'd say after 60.
Well, some people say
After
life begins at 60.
That's not a saying.
Because if it's like 0 to 30 is young,
Yeah.
then 30 to 60, that's another 30 years, is middle-aged.
Yeah, I suppose if you're
And then 60 plus is old.
60 to 90, if we're divvying it
probably-
up into threes,
Yeah.
that's kind of where
Divvying
we're
it
at,
up
I
to threes,
suppose.
which means we're past middle age. No, wait. No, we're into middle age.
in today's society.
I wouldn't say I'm young now.
yeah.
No, I certainly would not say I'm
And
young.
I'm still in my 30s.
No, but we're in our prime.
I definitely
do you
think
think?
I might be in my prime.
Yeah.
Oh,
if it were like
God.
the 1800s,
And that's not
we'd
to say
be-
physical prime.
Yeah, no, physical. Yeah, not physical prime.
I guess it's different if like, oh my, those dogs. What is wrong with them?
Where do those dogs live? Let's go. Let's go.
a podcast.
Let's go get them.
It's just the end of days.
They have no regard for
Oh,
comedy.
okay, well, look, we'll just melt. It'll be fine.
guess
Well,
We're
let's melt for a bit and then see how we
Yeah.
are in 20 minutes.
not to derail this incredibly heartwarming thing. Has anyone been following the
There's too long a pause there.
the news item that's gripping the nation?
Maybe. I don't know what it is. What is it?
Well, for once, I think this is why it's gripped the nation. For once, it's not about like really super unpleasant stuff. It's a mystery about the crooked house.
What? No, I haven't heard about it.
Oh, isn't that a pub or something?
It was a pub.
Oh, now it's
Dead
steep.
for 10 years.
You can see why the nation.
I've
is-
seen a picture of it, but I don't know the story.
Well, you can tell it's a slow news day, or just all the other news is far too depressing.
Yeah.
But this pub, like a famous landmark
Yeah.
in the UK, in Britain, where we love our quirky nonsense,
Oh, we do.
was called the Crooked Pub
Right.
because it was badly made.
It was all Wonka.
It was leaning,
right.
Yeah, and I think at some point they, rather than fix the problem, they'd like just put
like a strut.
like a strut in or something. So
That's
it was, like
fine.
it was like a famous leaning house.
Brilliant.
And then it was sold. The brewery sold it to someone.
Okay.
No one really knew who.
Sure.
Then
ghost.
then it
A
caught fire.
ghost.
It caught fire.
It caught fire
Recently.
Yeah, oh yeah, this is all in the last week. Yeah,
Oh
it
my
caught fire.
goodness.
And the fire brigade rushed to go put it out. Couldn't get it. Someone had blocked the road with a big old pile of dirt. So the fire brigade couldn't stop it burning.
Right.
And then a day later, it was demolished.
The burning, the wreck.
The wreck of it, yeah. So someone has just completely leveled the ground. And everyone's like, this has happened in a very...
And
Like,
do we know who levelled it? Do we know who demolished
well,
it?
that's the thing, like, because the internet's got a hold of it now. And everyone's like, this is weird.
Oh, everyone loves a conspiracy theory.
Everyone loves a conspiracy.
The internet fucking loves it, doesn't it?
But
Bloody people on TikTok filming themselves going, well, I think it's the work of ghouls or whatever.
It is probably ghouls, though.
It could
Probably
be a ghoul.
ghouls.
Yeah. No.
78% chance it's ghouls.
Well,
Yeah.
it's kind of amazing. Like, so people have gone like, there's footage of like this bulldozer like kind of tearing it down, and someone's like, zoomed in on the like the company, the logo on the, and it's like
Phantom
hardcore rentals or something like that. And so I read an interview with the like the CEO of like Hardcore Rentals. He's basically like, it's none of my fucking business what people do with one of my things. It's nothing to do with me. Nothing to do with me at all. People are lunatics.
He's like, this press conference is over.
Yeah.
Shuts the door.
So someone rented it a week ago. It's not my business if they knock a building down. Well, who's the client? Well, I won't be telling you that, but needless to say, they always pay their bills, but I'm going to be having a harsh word with them.
Oh.
It's like, okay, this is weird.
Why is he having a harsh word with him?
I guess because all the negative publicity that's come his way.
Oh, okay, yeah. Because he's sick of answering all these questions.
And then, and this is the thing, like, I'm not saying anything incendiary because it's all out in public, it's all out in the news.
It's all right, this podcast comes
But-
out way too late.
But, yeah, they could be in prison by now. When you obviously do a land sale like that, there's like a kind of public registry of who bought it.
Yeah.
So it was bought by this company called like ATE Farms or something like that.
Sure.
Okay.
And of course,
Eight farms.
Yeah.
and
Very
of-
suspicious.
And of course, like
Nom, nom, nom.
every reporter, because all the newspapers are starting to get like kind of wind of this. So every reporter just quickly, what do? You check Facebook. You check
Look 'em up.
Company's House.
Yeah.
The public register of businesses.
Yeah.
People run on. So what do we learn? We know the name of the woman who owns the company.
Brilliant.
We know that I went on Company's House because I'm intrigued.
Yes.
Yeah. Colour me intrigued.
And they specialise in land development.
Okay.
Oh, I'll bet they do.
Like the villain. I'm not saying their actions are villainous. Our lawyers would like me to stress that I'm merely making a comparison to 80s movies.
Yes.
Where the bad
Yeah.
guy was always someone looking to develop land.
I
Yes.
reckon if
and
we
tear down a national treasure.
Yes.
if we had a lawyer for this show, we'd run up quite a bill.
The show would be over.
Yeah. And
We'd all have to move into that middle folks' home.
yes, and our marginal profits would just
Yeah.
evaporate.
Legally, I think this podcast is defined as a crime.
Yeah, I think so. It's defined as irreverent.
Yeah.
we're not allowed to. Due to certain regulations, we're not allowed to refer to it as a podcast.
No, yeah,
No, we can't, no.
It's an audio scribe.
In fact, weirdly, we're safer if we call it a crime.
yeah,
Which is really weird, isn't it?
yeah. An alleged crime.
Anyway, so the concluding story is that they.
So is this an ongoing mystery?
Well, yeah, but like live, like with under a week. And so just
Yeah,
through public
it's fun.
records, people have gone, we know who bought it. We know the name of the person who bought it.
Yeah.
We know, and this is where it's just like, public information is an amazing thing. We know the name of the lady who owns the company. We know the name of her partner.
Yeah.
And we know that he is a shareholder in a different company which owns land next door to the Crooked House,
Right.
and which was like a tip and like a recycling thing.
Was the house listed or anything?
Yes, it may have been, and the council have said that they consider the demolition to potentially be criminal
Oh.
because they said that they could knock down like an outhouse. They didn't say they could knock the whole thing down.
Yeah.
And now, like the police have said, they're considering the fire to be arson.
Shit.
Well,
Yeah.
good. Was it open?
Yes,
As a pub, like
yes,
recently?
it was. Yeah.
It was. Right.
In fact, the publican,
Mm.
in just typical kind of local news fashion, visited the site of all this rubble and cracked open a can of Guinness. Yeah,
That's beautiful.
pouring out.
Pour one out for one's homies. Yeah. Oh, that's that. Because I remember I did see a picture of it, and it probably was on mute, the telly or something. And I thought, oh, that's a quirky looking building.
Yeah, quirky looking.
Not anymore.
It looks well, not anymore.
Yeah.
It's a crooked house.
Yes.
It looks crooked,
if you will.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I didn't know that was the backstory to it.
Yeah, well, there you go. It's taking the world. It's taking.
Second, this podcast crime by storm.
This crime. This pod crime. Yeah. So there we go. I was like, okay, that's fun. It's nice that, well, actually, no, most of the other news is awful, but I was like, that was a nice distraction. I think that's why everyone's jumped on it. Yeah.
Yeah, it feels like a real news story. Like, if news was that,
Yeah.
like those sorts of weird things that were happening all around the globe, then I might be like, I'll watch the news. But when the news is basically the same thing every day and it's just awful people being awful, and I don't see why I should watch it.
Well, I've deleted my Twitter account now.
Have you?
I deleted it 2 weeks ago.
The account itself?
Yeah.
It's an X account, of course.
It's whatever the fuck it is.
On account of...
You love Twitter.
Well, I do, and I like it mainly for football.
Yes.
But I'm finding that I'm getting my content through other mediums.
I see.
Like TikTok, like Instagram. Yes. Dog's going again.
Dog is going again. Tell you what, like, somebody want to... Could you open the door fully?
This door?
Yeah. Because
This is chaos.
We'll get some air. No, this is real. This is very... It's not even a podcast. It's a crime.
Well, we know it. It's
Yeah.
on the podcast. So I just thought I
Yeah.
had enough now.
Yeah.
So this was 2 weeks or so ago, and I'll be honest, I don't miss it
Yeah.
now. Considering how much I did and have been going on it, I prefer Instagram now. I don't really go on TikTok, but I certainly prefer Instagram now. And I get all my news through that because it's the same stuff.
Yeah.
For Gillingham and that kind of thing, you know?
I just abandoned my Twitter account and just left it there thinking, well, if people look for me there, they'll find... It's ancient and I haven't updated it for like 5 years, but they'll find it. But recently I have been thinking, like, I kind of want to shut it.
Yeah, well, if you delete it for 30 days, it then just erases everything.
Really?
So I sort of want to get to that point, and then there's no reason to go back.
See how you feel.
You can't be pulled back,
So
I have it... I'm ashamed to say I have Twitter open on my browser every day, but not like, I'm scrolling it. I just open it, quickly look, haven't had any notifications. No, I don't look at the newsfeed. I try not to anyway.
Yeah.
No.
But yeah, on reflection at the moment, there's no reason for me to be on there, really.
No.
Because, I mean, Gillingham have started the season very well, just to let you know, John.
Well, it's all coming up roses for you, isn't it? Yeah.
But I have apps for that. I can watch it online, the game, and that kind of thing. So what's the point? What's the point?
Indeed.
So I don't. Yeah, there you go.
It feels like the grand experiment has come to an end.
I think Twitter is fucked, and I think people know that.
Yeah.
I think he knows that.
I think it's not a good place to be or to experience.
It's so hilarious that he thinks now is the time to turn it into the super app as well. After he has run it dead into the ground, into a bleeding stump of a thing. Now I'm going to turn it into a banking app.
Yeah.
I heard
Threads came out a few weeks ago, and then it was like, Threads.
So everyone was talking about Threads.
And now I've not heard of it since.
No.
So I don't know what's going on there.
I didn't join Threads.
No. Because again, we're at this point now. Maybe this is how we know we're middle-aged, because we're facing this big technological leap, and we're all just going like, no.
Yeah, I'm all right.
It's fine.
I'm good.
It's all right.
I think I'll just go to bed.
I'll sit this one out, but you won't be able to communicate with your friends.
I don't have any friends.
Yeah, it's fine.
You two live around the corner.
Exactly.
I know. Yeah.
I can ride my bike to see you.
Yeah.
Like a boy in Stranger
I'm going to
Things.
have some kind of knowledge of this sort of stuff with a son, obviously.
Oh, you've opened what a...
He's going to be on like Interglorp or whatever the next big app is called.
Interglorp.
I love Interglorp.
Yeah, he won't even be on TikTok.
All hail Interglorp.
Yeah, and his glorious new regime.
Oh my god, yeah, you're going to have to like explain to your kid about like internet safety and
He'll be on TikTok
Fortnite
in
dances.
probably half an hour.
Yeah, I reckon so. Yeah.
And it's all
J-bomb.
It's a problem until he's making his millions from
Doing
TikTok,
better than you ever did.
Oh, then I have no moral.
And then
my moral objection has been removed when he starts making millions.
And then I'm absolutely fine. Your son's been eating Tide Pods on air again. Yeah, he is.
Yeah,
yeah, money.
Sorry, I was just counting. You've interrupted me. I have to start again.
I'm his manager.
1001.
You could do one of those. You could be one of those like really irresponsible YouTubers who puts like their kid in the tumble dryer and then films it.
Yeah.
Goes, lol, epic laughs.
Yeah,
you could do a family YouTube like channel. It's like at home with Ray.
Yeah, that'd be boring.
Seems like a lot of work.
We're just watching repeats of Friends a lot at the moment.
You could do that. You could react.
Yeah, react to watching. No one's probably done that before.
I don't think anyone's.
I don't think anyone's ever done a reaction video.
No,
to anything.
What generation will your kid be? We're in the Z's.
You're looking at me like I know the answer to that, John.
Yeah, I
so
know.
So Gen Alpha was after Zeds.
Oh, are they after Zegs?
After the Zeds.
Wow.
But yours won't even be Gen Alpha.
No, sure.
Like
what comes before Alpha?
After.
Oh, why would it be after?
Because we're going on.
So I see. You're right.
I don't know how to explain that.
Y.
There's no polite way to explain that.
I just thought like they were like, kind of Z, Alpha. That sounds fun.
I think the idea is we're starting again.
Yeah, null.
Yeah.
Null.
Alpha overlap.
Yes.
Oh yeah,
that could be it.
Alpha squared.
Alpha the second.
Maybe there'll be 2 generations. Well, yeah.
But surely the original Alpha generation are all dead by now.
Oh, I don't think we started measuring generations.
Oh, I see what you mean. Yeah, they were born in 1712.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They had powdered wigs.
But they're not going to say, oh, this lad's got the same generational name as I have, because they're all dead.
No, I think
they are dead.
I think the idea is that it's like it's when you come to like buying power, isn't it? So like,
oh, is that it?
I think so. Yeah,
right.
Because we're millennials. Because like for us, it was like the 90s and the 2000s.
Yeah,
was when our buying power activated.
In principle, yes.
Our latent buying power, which turned out to be 0.
Yes. We're a very large group. We're just not an especially rich one.
Just didn't fucking spend.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There you go.
We'll have to look that up because
Indeed.
I don't know.
You'll need to know.
Yeah.
Now it's for Utes. They're all into their.
So you say Newts?
No,
Not
you
Newts.
know I wouldn't do that.
We wouldn't do that.
Jesus
to
Christ.
No.
That group's been going off again.
Really?
That's not my hate. But Jesus Christ, I'll just tell you.
Yeah.
I
was going to say, you can't stop that.
Didn't ask, but here we go.
So,
you
know, like, obviously I'm not going to go over the complete backstory, but they've got this WhatsApp group for
Listen back to the episode.
Yeah,
if
listen
you wanna
back.
hear that.
You'll hear it.
Yeah.
For the field out the back, and we're all putting money in to maintain the field. Someone messages us the other week going, hi everyone, hi. Oh, Jesus, I'm like worried.
You just
about
read the
what
word
this is gonna
hi,
be.
you're like,
Hi,
oh,
I'm
no.
like, I see a notification for that group, and I'm just like, for fuck's sake.
Nah. You could leave.
Wouldn't it be great? I could. I
Yeah,
need to
we
pay
wouldn't
the
have any
bill.
material for our podcast.
I need to pay the bill. The guy who runs that group was in the field. I went out the field earlier, and he was there, and he just went out into the middle and walked back. He was with his dog, just chucked the ball up a few times. He didn't want to speak to me today. That's fine. I've no objection to that. He's one of the nicer ones in that group.
Sure.
There's another one who basically says, hey guys, why don't we plant some trees in the middle of the field or plant some wildflowers? It'll be good for nature. Don't want to go out there for nature.
It's not.
Why do you
important
need to
me.
change this? And then he wants us to pay for it.
What?
Oh, it would be a nice feature for the field. Well, one, we don't own the field.
No, I was going to
It's
say
still owned
you don't
by-
own
That seems
Yeah.
like a problem.
2,
Yeah.
the school used that field. They have football pitches on there.
Well, what's a tree?
Can't do it. 3, it's not for that.
It's not for
It's
that.
not for that. We've already got borders now with newts in it.
Newts,
There's still not
yeah.
sending newts.
Yeah,
The
foxes.
foxes are out there ripping up the goalposts.
Yeah.
We don't need more areas for wildlife in the middle of the field. We don't need it. Stop sending stupid stuff.
I think the issue is you don't want to get sucked into anything that's going to. It seems like a good idea in the moment.
It's not.
And then it'll be a lifetime commitment where you'll be out there every
But then
week.
he said, "Oh, we'd have to put some netting up," and I don't really know what I'm doing. Don't suggest it then.
Yeah, weird thing
Don't
to
suggest
suggest
it.
when you have no ability to do it.
I don't really know how to do it. Well, don't suggest it. Just leave it.
And also, apparently, those kids with knives just cut down netting in.
Yeah,
in
exactly.
seconds,
They'd be out there cutting that netting. I should
Yeah.
have said that.
God, I
regret it now.
so want to rent a fox costume and
I know.
to do a late night photo shoot.
Yeah.
Pair of scissors.
Oh, it's just maddening. And I'm like, I'm going to pay this bill. I've said this before. I'm going to pay this bill and I'm going to get the hell out of there.
Yes.
Because someone's eventually going to ask me to commit more money to this
Yeah.
for something I don't
You
want.
need to be out of the group.
I want to go out there. I do 3 or 5. No, never 4. 3 or 5 laps with the dog. Sometimes
Never
I'll do a crisscross across the field.
Sure.
Good. Can't do that if there's a tree in the middle.
Exactly. There's another problem. And then I go in and I'm like, oh, that was lovely because the dog's had a walk. I've got my head together, whatever.
Yeah.
And that's done. I don't want all sorts of shit out there that I'm going to have to try and avoid and think about and pay for when all I wanted was for the field to be mowed. Just leave me alone.
I think there should be like an albatross perch out there so that we can get albatrosses in.
Oh, yeah. Well, I saw a heron out. I told you this before. I saw a heron out there once.
Ooh, there you
Yeah,
go. We should encourage more herons.
Wow.
Yeah, that
How
was
do
on
we
the
get
podcast
herons in?
before. But
Newts, probably.
Probably a pond.
I've seen
Newts.
more herons
Yeah.
out there than newts, and they want to protect the newts.
Herons probably eating the newts.
Yeah, good.
Yeah.
Good.
Good.
Wouldn't a newt need a pond?
Well, you'd think so, wouldn't you?
Yeah.
It's absolute nonsense to suggest there's newts out there.
Yeah.
Nonsense.
Have we seen the newt yet? Has
No.
there been any photo?
Have I bollocks?
Any photos of a newt?
No.
No one shared a photo of a newt?
No. Good for our mental health, though, to have all the newts out there.
Not sure
Or
how
the
I
s-
follow that logic
Or the
necessarily.
slow worms. Jesus Christ. Just leave me alone. Just mow the field and shut the fuck up.
Who's got hate?
Oh, that wasn't even one.
I've got it.
Nick's got hate, yeah.
Hey, yeah, let's get into it.
Nick's got hate.
how do I word this? I hate it. I hate it when you're in a public event of some kind. There's an audience,
Okay, must be nice.
An audience.
Someone's hosting said event, right? And there's a cause for cheering. And everyone, yes, yeah, clap, clap, cheer, cheer, whee.
Yeah.
And then, for whatever reason, the host wants a second cheer.
Oh,
and they give the reason, I'm sure we could do better than that.
Yeah, I love that.
And they want to sort of really rile up the crowd this time to do.
Is that the best you've got?
Is that the best you've got? Let's have a bigger cheer this time. And everyone's like, what the fuck? Okay, yay this time. And it's like marginally, if not slightly worse than the first one.
It's always slightly worse. And then they go, that's more like it.
Because they have to say that.
Yeah. They can't go
because
again.
otherwise they will highlight how substantially they failed. It really just fucks me off every time it happens.
I'm with you on this totally.
Has this happened to you recently?
It has, yeah. It was at a wedding.
Oh,
which,
no.
Oh, God.
Yeah, which could be maybe one of the worst places for it to happen. And it was at the end of the ceremony. And I think the celebrant was like, I now pronounce this couple Mr. and Mrs. whatever.
Yeah.
And
that's a great surname.
We're
the whatevers.
With the whatevers. That could be a sitcom.
At home with the whatevers.
And it was like real genuine emotion. It wasn't a big crowd either. This was another fucking problem I had with it, right? Is that there was like, it was a very small, very intimate ceremony. We were in a what's it called, registry office.
Yeah.
So there wasn't that much space. There was 2 rows of seats. There was probably like 12 to 13 guests. Right, so it was never going to be a raucous cheer anyway.
Yeah.
Hey, but genuine emotion. People like, oh, this is great. There was no call for cheering.
Yeah.
Everyone just outpoured genuinely. Oh, I think we can do better than that.
I think that's appallingly bad.
It's partly bad, right? But I've got multiple angles on this.
Okay, here
it's
we go.
partly bad because, as I mentioned before, the genuinity of the first one, you're almost like calling that into question.
Yeah, you guys were faking.
Yeah.
But you weren't really happy.
But it was unprompted. It was like a real So this actual outpouring emotion apparently it wasn't enough for you, fucko.
Yeah.
That's point 1. Point 2, the highlighting of it, like, is suggesting you're basically saying that last one was shit.
It was crap.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're literally saying
it's
it was
one
bad.
thing to do it at like a concert or a gig.
Yeah.
I think to do it at a wedding is especially bad.
I know.
So
firstly, we have a true genuine emotion. Secondly, you're calling that genuine emotion a bad and underwhelming representation of emotion.
This is a bad and underwhelming emotion. I want to say that.
I want a better emotion, please.
Yeah.
And then thirdly, I think it is just fucking like shorthand for trying to paint yourself as someone with charisma. With charisma.
Yeah.
Because it's like, oh, you know,
look what I got them to do.
I'm the funny guy.
Yeah,
that's not enough. God, I think we could do better than that.
Yeah. Wouldn't it be better if, like a kind of wrestling announcer, they were just like, I can't hear you.
That would be better. I prefer that.
That's like a child's birthday party, I think.
Oh,
a little bit.
right, yeah.
Or a pantomime.
Yeah.
Well, I think that's the elephant in the room, isn't it? We're dancing around pantomime.
We are.
Which is where culture goes to die.
And I know you love pantomime.
That is a slanderous, libelous
Call the lawyers
statement.
back in. Add it to the bill.
It's trash.
Trash.
It's trash.
It's not art.
I can't. Yeah. I'm sorry. No, this is the hill I die on. Oh, no, it isn't.
Yeah.
Oh, very good.
Thank you. Yeah, that was pantomime. Yeah.
No, I think people are more aware of these things as well. Like when someone says it now, if anything, shut down completely.
Yes. Yeah.
I think because everyone has a look behind the curtain of these things, and generally, with anything really, people have a better look behind the curtain, so people know what this person is doing.
Yes.
Now.
Yeah.
So everyone just goes,
"We're wise to
this." Yeah. And it's so overdone as well. It happens at every social concert, TV show, whatever. And it's just like, just fucking crack on.
Yeah, just move on from it.
But they want that energy to be high.
That would just piss me off.
Yeah.
I went to a something at the Science Festival. It was like a panel show for the radio.
Okay.
Brian Cox was on it and things like that.
Oh yeah.
And they were like, right, we're gonna record you all laughing. And I'm like, oh. Really?
Oh,
and then they obviously.
What's he had to pretend to laugh?
Yeah. Before they'd even started recording the show. They said, right, we're going to bring out Brian, and Dara O'Brien, I think, was on it, and Robin Ince and people like that.
That's wild.
And they were going to bring them out in a second, but first we need to record some sound effects in case our FX mics don't pick them up. And I'm like, okay. There was a crowd of maybe 200,
Oh, that was their
300.
excuse, in case the mic doesn't pick it up.
But they obviously
This
just
definitely won't make it into the final show.
Yeah,
Don't
definitely
you
won't.
worry.
They
Yeah.
obviously just need some canned laughter and applause that they can use the same acoustics and put it in the edit.
But that's the same. That's the same as what John said. It's like they need to get the energy up. Right?
Yeah.
Well, I'm sorry. That's your job
Yeah.
as a host or as an entertainer. Your job is to have the energy up. If the energy isn't up, I know that they're having to manufacture and package this product afterwards. But in the case of the wedding, it's like if you want to be that celebrant, that like, oh, I'm a crazy kind of guy who can like really get a crowd going, then do it.
Well, I as a punter don't feel I need any extra motivation to enjoy what I've already paid for.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah. Particularly if it's genuine emotion outpouring for a friend who's got married.
Yeah.
Well, I didn't realize, and because I think I've sat in on one of these recordings or something like that, one of these panel shows, or whatever. I didn't realize that like a lot of them do have basically a fluffer, like a comedy fluffer. Well, just just keep them turgid between shots,
Yeah.
So what do they do?
What like literally will come out and say like, oh, hello everyone, you're here to see. Hello everyone.
Hello, it's me, the charisma king.
Well, no, it's like the producer will come out and goes, hello everyone, and thank you for joining us for this live recording here in beautiful Cheltenham of QI or something like that. Anyway, the show will be starting shortly. In the meantime, here's Dave Ketchup, and then a stand-up will come on and go, and it's like
He's a great source of entertainment.
Oh, that's good. Yeah,
We need to go condimental.
Oh no. Mental? You're trying to think of one.
Turn me upside down and slap my ass. But like so Dave Ketchup comes out and like nobody's here to see Dave Ketchup.
No one's here to see it.
And
I didn't
like,
know he existed until
but
now.
you just come out and go like, oh, hello.
First word.
That made me laugh. I'm spitting. Sorry.
Dave Ketchup's amazing.
The first thing he says is just hello, and everyone loses it.
One, two guys in the back. Two guys in the back. This guy's great. This guy's incredible. He's like,
Get him on a stage.
He's like, oh man, like, what's
All he has to do is stand up.
What's
and say
up
hello.
with buses, right? Oh,
Bussing.
oh yeah. Don't know if they're coming or going.
Hooray! Very good. And now we're ready for the show.
I think we can do better than that.
Yeah, there you go. We went to a show at the Albert Hall a few years ago, and it was like a Disney songs thing, like from the most popular Disney movies.
I think I heard about this.
People would
From
sing.
your popular Disney movies,
popular, like Aladdin.
not like the Fox and the Owl.
Hunchback of Notre
They singing
Dame.
that? Bunch of pricks.
Fox can't sing.
Fox and the Owl, sing along.
Yeah. Oh, it's awful. So there were 4 people singing. To be honest, I thought it was going to be people in costumes, or maybe the movie was going to play in the background and they would sing over it. That kind of thing. Anyway,
No.
it wasn't that. It was just people with a mic singing Disney songs.
Okay.
Fine, that was fine. I enjoyed that element of it.
Sure.
There were 4 people. The whole show was 4 people, and they kept introducing one another throughout the whole show. They kept saying, "Ladies and gentlemen, Dave Ketchup," and everyone would go, "Oh yes, very good. Yes, very good." And then he would sing, and then they would go right into the next one, and it would be someone else.
Jenny Spangles.
Jenny, yeah, exactly, that kind of thing. Jenny Spangles, and everyone would go.
But we'd heard the
yes.
name already.
Oh
yeah.
We'd heard the names repeatedly by now.
It's like a modern day pantheon.
And then you get to like the
Yeah.
song after that. Ladies and gentlemen, Dave Ketchup.
It's Ketchup again. Yeah.
Very good.
Do know he's here then.
And every
Like, I
time
did
they
see him.
expected like a round of applause before they started singing.
Is it some sort of weird, like, we need reasons to keep clapping? Because that's energy, right?
I
That's
guess.
the only exportable energy from an audience that you
It
can
just
possibly
hurts
get.
my hands.
Yeah, I'm sick of it, to be honest.
Well,
I'd rather sit there and just congeal.
Well, some people
just enjoy it.
I guess
That's what they're afraid of.
Yeah.
I guess like if some people, and I guess this is like kind of exasperated if you're a performer, they talk about like people like, oh, are you a giver or a receiver? You know, do you give energy? Do you take energy? And I mean, some performers will get on stage.
Why can't it be neither?
Well, yeah, neutral.
Yeah.
It's like
Congealing.
You can do that at home.
If I take 3 watts, I'll try and give it back.
Yeah, but if someone comes on stage, a good performer, they're giving energy to the crowd, and then like a comedic vampire will just come on stage and be like, I think we can do better than that.
Yeah.
I think we can do better than that. And they just they whip you into this state where after 28 minutes, all you're doing is laughing and crying and clapping and
your bloody stumps.
Yeah, but Dave Ketchup's not done shit, you know.
Yeah.
No, but he's told us we can do better.
He's not even said hello yet. What am I supposed to do?
Hello.
It's a bread-themed comedian.
Yeah.
I
Good
feel
stuff.
like... I had a point there and I've lost it. Like, I feel like they... No, I've completely lost it.
It's gone.
It's gone. I thought
It's
if I
gone.
started talking,
Get the lawyers
in.
it would come out.
I think we can do better than that.
I think we can do better than that. No, that's what I was going to say. Have a minute.
There we go.
I almost feel like they
That's
think...
just your trigger word.
I think you can do better.
Oh, I've got it.
I think they can encourage a competitive nature in us.
Oh, I
where
see,
we
yeah.
want to do better than that.
Beat yourself.
It's like, oh shit, did
Yeah.
I not do very well last time? Well, fucking watch this, dickhead. I'm going to clap so hard my dick falls off.
The thing about that though is that I'm the most non-competitive person I know, so I win.
You're way more non-competitive.
I'm way more non-competitive than
anyone
you,
could
John.
possibly imagine.
So forget it.
I couldn't possibly compete, so I guess I win.
No, I win because I'm the most non-competitive.
No, I insist you win.
No, I win.
I haven't even joined into this conversation.
Yeah.
So I think
Oh
we
my
both
god,
do win.
Nick wins. It's incredible.
By default.
Like a grandmaster over here.
Yeah. I was going to say something then, and then it fell out of
It's
my
all
brain.
just
See,
falling.
it's the heat, I think.
That's incredible.
Yeah.
It's all just
it is
falling
incredible.
apart.
I think you can do better than that.
Yeah.
Did it work for you?
It's just your activation
I
phrase.
think you can do better.
I'm trying. I swear it'll be really good when I get there. No, I can't.
No.
No good comedians or entertainers have to use that tactic either.
Exactly.
It's only the shit ones.
Or any
Like,
kind of host.
comparing.
or anyone
yeah.
who's like in front of a lot of people and has to, like, the only currency they have is charisma, which is basically any kind of performer, entertainer, comedian, whatever. It's their charisma stat they're rolling with, right?
Yeah. Do you think there's an element of like a crowd can be convinced to do anything?
I do wonder whether that's true.
Yeah.
Because even saying this right now, there have been instances in my adult life where I've been like, I'll chill out a second time. Just you fucking one.
I must have.
Wow!
I must have done it in the past. I must have done it now. I
Yeah.
just think for fuck's
I think it's less likely to work now. And certainly at this wedding, I just went quiet the second time.
Yeah,
didn't say
I would
anything.
just. Yeah, I would just. Yeah.
Yeah, but
Do
this is why
nothing.
I never get invited to these things because I'm just
No,
so
you don't.
inherently anti-joining.
Yes.
Like, I just will not commit.
Audience
at all.
participation is not your favourite.
No,
thing.
in fact, that's why musical theatre scares me so much.
Well, because you might get pulled out onto the stage. and-
Or somebody will focus on me. Hello,
Yeah.
sir. You look like someone with a song in their heart. No.
No.
Hello. Oh shit.
Oh, it's Dave Ketchup.
Let's catch him. He's here.
Ketchup's in the audience. Get him up on stage.
Oh, I think we can do better than this.
That's honestly one of my fears is that I go in like super cynical, going like, well, I'm certainly not going to be swept in. It's like 5 minutes later, I'm on stage, top off,
yeah.
like,
Your
kind
tears
of,
streaming down your
Yeah.
face.
that's the most amazing night of my life.
Yeah.
But also, what's awful about audience participation is you can't win either way, right? So if you're like super fucking keen, or you look like you've got a song in your heart, they'll focus the spotlight on you, pull you up on stage. If you sat there looking surly, like you probably would
Yeah.
be like, I am
Yeah.
not going to let them fucking like break into my psyche in any capacity at all. This one's looking a bit grumpy. Shall we get him on stage and see if we can't put a smile on that face?
Yay.
Yeah.
I call that a success, but I think we can do better than that.
Please don't,
I think.
sir. I'm telling you.
I can't. If you say that again. Yeah.
I'm begging you.
For your own safety, you must stop.
You need to wind this in.
I appreciate. Hand over his mic. Yeah, I appreciate you have a job to do, but I'm telling you, as one human being to another, don't do this.
I will ruin this.
You won't enjoy. You won't like what's about to happen.
Your career will never recover from this.
Oh, we've got a shy one. Yeah. Sir.
This is your last chance. Back away now and pick on that little child in the front row.
You must release me from this vice-like grip before something untoward were to happen.
Oh,
Let's do a big
I think we can do better than that. I think we can do better than that. I think we can do better than that. I think we can do better.
Oh,
Yeah, sick of it. Fucking hate it.
Yeah.
I've got hate.
Yeah.
Do you remember old bone smacking?
Oh, for fuck's
Yes,
sake!
I
back
do.
in the day.
I
I'd
do
forgotten
remember
about
that.
it.
Yeah.
No, this is a sibling to that.
Great.
God.
It's related.
Is it like cartilage hacking or something?
What was it actually called? Bone.
It was bone smacking or bone.
It's like chipping or something.
I want to say smacking. Bone smacking.
Smacking, I feel like was the word
Sure.
you used.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, so the same people who spend a lot of time on forums with their theodolite measuring like jaw bones and like
These are the same people who basically they're trying to attract women, but they don't understand anything about anything.
they're trying to attract women, but they also kind of hate women
Yes,
at the same time.
that's very important
So
part
they're a
of it.
bit like, well, she clearly doesn't like me because my jawbone index is 0.75. Which will you stop spilling beer
spilled it
on the
again, John.
table? What's wrong with
I
you?
spilt it again.
It's like
Let me go get this
it's
towel.
like you just became a father.
Yeah.
No, but don't get the good towel.
Oh, where's that towel?
Well, I put it
Get
back.
the bad
I'll put it
towel.
in the wash bag because it was kind of filthy.
Get the bum
yeah.
towel.
I'll get some.
Yeah, I was going to say something about these preposterous homunculi. I've forgotten that now. What's
You know what?
happening?
It's
What's happening? It's
fine.
because of
You
the
know,
beer.
I'll tell you what. You don't have
Because
to.
I'm spilling everything.
Okay.
No, we no one
I'm
cares.
just clearing it up.
Definitely no one cares. There's no
Yeah,
doubt
no one
about
cares.
that.
Tell you what. No, it's all right. Let me help you out there, Rev. You've been clearing up a lot of liquid this
Yeah,
weekend.
I have. There you go.
Yeah, it's fine. Yeah, and that's only going to get better over the next 18 years. So there we go. It's fine. Yeah,
Delightful.
that's grand.
That's been
yeah,
a nice interval.
yeah,
Go get a drink, listeners. Maybe knock it over as well. If you like.
yeah. You know what, listeners? We'll just be full on toilet audio in this. Like,
Yeah, if you heard
I think
that.
the mic will pick that up.
yeah, it's fine.
I hope so.
Who fucking
My,
cares?
my apologies.
No one's listening to this. It's fine.
I don't think I've ever spilled a drink on this podcast. Now I've done it
twice in one show.
Twice in
evening.
one night. Yeah,
I've
well, to be
definitely
fair,
done it before.
it's understandable. You know, you've gone through a lot lately.
Yeah, yeah.
But yeah, so okay, from the same people that brought you bone smacking,
Yeah.
are you familiar with your canthal tilt?
No. Obviously not.
What? Say that all again.
I'll spell it for you.
Great.
CANTHAL.
Yeah. Yeah. Cancel.
Canthal
Yes.
tilt.
So I have a cancel tilt.
Everybody's got a canthal tilt.
Everybody or every man? everybody?
No, everybody.
Every human
Every
person.
human
I've
person has a canthal tilt.
never
No,
heard
I
of
have
it.
no idea what that is.
Never
I'm
heard
going to
of it.
guess.
Okay, here we go.
Is it forehead? Like if you're a caveman, your cancel tilt
no,
comes
it's
out.
a good thinking, but very close, but no.
Okay.
I feel like it's something to do with your nose, perhaps.
It's not. Wow, the two of you, you've hit one side of it and the other side.
Okay,
of it.
I've got it.
Okay,
Gooch.
Nice.
one side of the nose and the other side is forehead.
One
What's,
side of the nose.
what's between the nose and the forehead?
Gooch?
Yeah.
Still not Gooch.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm gonna go with Gooch.
Okay,
We got
well,
2 votes for Gooch?
so it's unanimous.
It's over.
You say Gooch as well, would you?
Yeah, no,
Three
yeah,
votes
yeah,
for
yeah.
Gooch. 3 for Gooch. We've done really well today.
No, it's your eyes.
Oh, your eyes. Okay.
Yeah. So, a bunch of very, very, very smart people online,
Yeah.
who I'm sure
There's only smart people.
it's only
online.
clever people online.
Yeah, that's what's so good about it,
particularly on forums.
They can work a computer.
Yeah.
That's good enough.
Yeah.
So they've done the math
Okay.
and they've worked out that your canthal tilt
God.
is you look at your inner corner of your eye
Right.
and the outer corner of your eye,
Yeah.
Right.
and you draw a line between them.
Right.
You know, well, here we go.
Right.
And
So that what? There's an optimum.
So it's whether
Well-
or not your outer corners tilt, whether the line is
Nick's
not flat.
Nick's
or-
got the idea. So there are basically 3 you can have: positive, as in like your eyes are kind of angled in;
Yes. So
neutral,
they're lower by the nose than
yeah,
outer by the head.
neutral,
Where they're flat.
and then the opposite, which is negative.
yeah.
Right.
Where
So
they're
what's,
tilted
what's,
out.
what's the best one?
Well,
Well,
What
according,
gets you the most babes?
well,
yeah, that's what we're really after.
you
yeah.
know you've got to have that positive canthal
Gotta have
tilt
positive
because you know what
canthal
they
tilt.
are. They're predator eyes.
Wow.
Yeah, wow, there you go. Yeah.
Oh, so it's good to see women as like prey.
Yes.
That's good.
Yeah.
I'll be honest. I thought you meant the character Predator.
No, they
Wow, your
wear a
brain
mask.
went a
yeah.
whole other way.
Yeah. It's
Yeah.
because I'm not a sex pest
No,
No.
That's good actually.
anymore.
Yeah. I want to make light of that, but it's important to remember that no, you're not. Like, you
No.
know, yeah,
Never
you,
have been.
You have never been more balanced and measured as a person than in this conversation.
And in this context.
yeah.
Except when I'm
as well.
chucking beer all
There are
over the
times when
table.
I cannot stress enough how even though we are sitting here in a room just kind of swimming in stale beer,
And
it's
sweat.
hot, it's smelly, a toilet just flushed live on air.
Yeah.
We are
Dogs
still
are fighting in the yard outside.
dogs are fighting in the yard outside. We are
It's like
still
we live in a shanty town.
Where is this being recorded?
we are still better people
Yeah.
Remember people who spend their time online
Measuring their
discussing
canthal tilt.
and smacking their bones.
I'll tell you what, these people want to get a fucking life.
They really do want to get a fucking life. Yeah. So the idea is...
Imagine spending I haven't got enough time to think about that.
So, okay.
Ever.
Sorry. So is their thesis
Yes.
that women are more attracted to people who look like predators? That's what they're saying.
Yes.
Cool.
Okay, no, but you think, but I said there's 3. So you got a positive, a neutral, and a negative.
Right.
So if positive is the best,
Yes.
what's the next best?
Next best is neutral.
Nope.
Yeah.
Neutral and negative are equally bad.
Oh, okay.
Literally, I don't know why they went to the effort of grading them. The only thing that matters is having that.
I'm looking at your eyes now, John. And I'm looking at your eyes now, Chris.
Yeah, thank you.
I think I'm a neutral.
I'm thinking about it now.
I actually think you might be... No, can you look at me straight on? Because you're tilting
I'm
your
trying. I
head.
haven't got my glasses on.
Yeah. I think you're actually slightly positive.
Oh, well, that's a
I think I
predator.
might be slightly positive.
I think you might be slightly
Yeah.
positive.
Yeah.
What am I? Am I a Dumbo? I think I'm slightly negative.
The thing
Oh.
is, none of these people have a personality, so it doesn't really matter.
I think neutral, but I think also I think we're all mostly neutral. Cause
I think we're all
I would say,
basically
yeah, I would say
neutral.
pretty
yeah,
much neutral,
basic,
yeah.
basic is
I was
the
giving-
word.
I
It's
was
also
throwing
the
you a
whole
bone.
thing is fucking bollocks.
Yeah, they go as far as to say that if you have negative, you have prey eyes,
Oh, you look docile like a rabbit or
like a
fawn.
deer, like a fawn. Yes,
Yeah.
basically. So
I bet there are multiple examples of inverted commas. There aren't enough air quotes for this. Negative people who have like a very good relationship or sex life or whatever,
fine. Yeah,
doing absolutely
yeah.
fine. It's more to do with the fact you're online talking about this shit.
Yes.
which is
Yeah.
why you've got a problem.
The thing is, I don't think they want a good, healthy, and friendship-based
No,
relationship. I don't
they
think that's what
want a reason why they don't have those things.
And also,
there we go.
they're holding. They've created a fictional brand of woman, which is this impossible 10 in their eyes that they'll never get, but also doesn't exist.
But it's also a bitch because they won't go out with them.
well, exactly
because of that
yeah.
canthal tilt.
Because of that canthal.
Yeah.
tilt, no question.
yeah,
I do like there was that time in like the early 2000s where like pickup artists kind of
Oh,
like
yeah.
exploded, and for them that was like the way to get women is to go to a bar with a fedora and like a I don't know, juggling balls or something like that.
A pocket watch.
Dazzle her with tasks, you know. And then
Hobbies.
but now it's like, no, go to the bar with your fucking protractor so you can like
Yeah.
measure.
Yeah, what if I show up with my Yu-Gi-Oh?
People
deck
love that.
and explain like all of the text that are in it.
people love doing that.
Yeah, there's 2 scenarios.
They
You
love seeing that.
You could turn out with your Yu-Gi-Oh deck, but also have the most incredible kind of
Dick.
positive.
Just perch my deck on top of my dick like
Yeah.
that. Just ding,
Tiny-
on the top.
Tiny dip.
It's
But
memorable.
that tilt though.
That tilt, though,
That
that
tilt,
canthal
though,
tilt.
you know, yeah.
It's very memorable though. You know, if someone turned up to a bar with a protractor,
That's
you
true.
Remember something like that?
Yeah.
Is there
Not in a good
anything-
way, but still.
Is there anything with these people of measuring women's canthal tilt?
Yeah, I think generally they're like, you know, women have negative because
Because they're meant to look like doe-eyed
it's
prey.
important to remember that women are prey,
Right.
and
So do they find? Would they say that they find negative canthal tilt attractive?
well, not in a man.
No, but in a woman.
Yeah, no, but that's the thing. It's very important to remember just how resoundingly heterosexual they are.
Very heterosexual.
Astonishingly heterosexual.
That's definitely never come into question.
yeah,
at all.
like I cannot stress enough.
Can you,
So
can you be
terrible.
heterosexual if you don't have a sex life?
Well, wow, that's very
powerful question.
To that
It's really
extent.
getting out there. Yeah,
To that extent.
Yeah.
Yeah, it must be devastating to be so sad and lonely, and yet to just have the most incredible positive canthal tilt. Like
Yes.
every time you look in the mirror, you're just like,
You'd have to come
"Fuck."
up with a different bullshit reason why you're not getting laid, wouldn't
Yeah,
you?
it's probably the smell.
This is
Yeah.
this is the wild thing. Then they're creating these like. That's the one thing they're never addressing. Why aren't they getting on this? Like they are creating objective ways to measure how bad they suck at getting women. Like they could, if they left it like nebulous, they'd just be like, "Well, I don't know why women suck," which they're already saying.
Oh,
right?
yeah.
But then they're going, right, I've come up with this canthal tilt, guys. Gather round. This has solved it all.
I've got another theory.
Now they all measure each other. They've all got like wildly positive canthal tilt.
Fellas, the Earth things didn't work out, so
Yeah,
let's go with
work
ice.
out. Guys, turns out we've all got a 10 on the canthal tilt scale.
Yeah.
We are incredible. Still don't have any girlfriends.
Yeah.
Fuck. Now it's way worse because they've given themselves a reason why they should have one and they
Yeah.
still don't.
Yeah, it's just
Stop.
It's just a bunch of lonely heterosexual guys hanging out, having a measuring party.
Having a
It's-
measuring
it's
party.
fine. It's
They'll measure all
No
sorts
one
of
with a
things.
girlfriend ever sat around figuring this out.
No.
No one.
No.
No. Maybe they're spending too much time measuring things. That's a thought.
I mean, we've all been there.
Yeah,
But
There comes a point in every, kind of young man's life where he has to put the protractor away.
yeah,
Just
absolutely.
For 5 goddamn minutes.
Yeah. Always
Go-
playing with that protractor.
Go and talk to someone.
Yeah.
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 I hope they're okay.
I think.
I don't care.
If you had opened this with, can you believe what young heterosexual men are measuring with a protractor on the internet, and hadn't said cancel tilt or any of that
that's
stuff,
clickbaity.
I'd have been wondering whether there was something to do with measuring your dick angle. Like when your dick is erect,
The dangle.
what angle is it? Does it protrude from your body? Because there's a bad, like if it's pointing down, like vertically straight down when it's erect.
Surely not.
That's an 180-degree dick tilt. No one wants that.
Dick Tilt. He's a big guy in that forum. He's a moderator.
Dick tilt PI.
Someone must have a boner that goes down.
I
Somewhere.
think if you snapped it,
It'll probably be like this is where like somebody in the animal kingdom would go like, oh yeah, no, the Madagascan king dick leaner.
Yeah, but the Madagascar.
The dick.
But that animal's not online comparing dicks.
if there
Or
was an
eyes.
animal,
No. As a species, they're all fucking losers.
Yeah.
they're called like the Mongolian dick.
They're all on the forums.
And the reason is they get horny and they get erect, and then they squat like that directly down.
Nick
with
is
their-
now
with their-
mimicking a
and
penis
they make this noise, wick, wick, wick,
going
wick.
down.
And that's the Mongolian dick dipper.
Yeah.
And we could all be that with a bit of training and
Yeah.
a protractor or something.
Yeah.
Just a hope and a dream.
Just a
That's
hope
all you
and a
need.
dream.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So there you go. That's my A.
Fuck off! I hate
Yeah.
that.
I'm kind of judging you for keeping on bringing these things to the table.
Oh, it's
John.
amazing. what I
Yeah.
discovered.
How do you
Yeah.
find them?
Well,
Says more about you.
I've just on my forums,
Just
hanging out, talking about Yu-Gi-Oh and
not as-
Canthic
not
tilts,
watching.
cancel tilts.
It's not as bad as bone smashing, bones grunting, whatever
They're
you
up
said it
there,
was.
yeah.
Yeah.
What's important to remember is a bunch of doe-eyed guys just smacking himself in the face with a hammer, hoping for the best.
Do you love me now?
Can they?
Do you love me now?
Wash!
Yeah.
Do you think they can amend their cancel tilt through bone smashing? They smash their eyes.
Surely anything's
Yeah.
possible in Jesus. I mean, bone smashing. Yeah.
Oh, imagine smashing your eye sockets.
Cheek smashing.
Oh,
that's
God.
that's for future. Yeah.
I don't like.
No, I don't like
Sure, you get like a bit of cheeky work done, like a little bit of plastic surgery.
But it doesn't matter.
rotate
It
your
don't
eyes
matter.
2
Who
degrees,
cares?
yeah.
Who cares? Why get it done?
Because then
There's
you look
also-
like a predator.
There's
Imagine
also-
spending all that work to get it done and then still being a fucking loser.
Well, speaking of have you also? I don't think this one has a punchy name, but have you heard about the this?
Oh, you're doing
this-
you're doing the dick
there's
angle.
Doing a
another
dick
there's
angle
another
thing.
there's another angle thing about photos. Anytime a guy is in a photo with a woman,
Right.
again, I swear this is. I don't want to say real. Real is the wrong word. I swear this is something that
This is happening.
people talk about.
Right.
Idiots talk about. That they'll take a bunch of photos of like a guy with a woman, maybe it's his wife, girlfriend, a friend, just they're posing for a photo, and they draw a line from the head to the pelvis. So you just draw like a kind of straight line.
Yeah.
Like a red line or
And
something.
the idea is that the guy, a real alpha guy, should be perfectly vertical, perfectly erect. As in, real men don't lean. That's the idea. So, like, real men are vertical, horizontal, like a stick up their ass all the time, and then the woman leans in.
Oh.
So, anytime you see a man and you draw, and you get it in MS Paint, and you draw like a pure red line along the spine, if the man is leaning, well, he's not.
What a beta.
He's just a fucking beta, isn't he? Yeah.
What if he's like falling over
Yeah.
in the picture?
because his testicles were so big? Also,
Yes.
Yeah.
A lot of blood went into his dick.
It's a load of old bollocks.
Yeah.
That's a very strange one, that one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's a bunch of guys on forums looking at the angle people are standing,
The angle of their eyes.
and just swinging a hammer,
At
just
their
ready
cheeks.
to go for it. Yeah.
Good God.
And God, they're beautiful.
I bet they are.
Yeah,
I
they've
bet
got
they
loads.
are.
They've really got it
I
sorted.
bet, yeah. Their wives are
They're
delighted.
doing fine.
Yeah, absolutely delighted.
They'll be stoked, yeah.
Anyhow, so the moral of the story is never show any affection to a woman. That's very important.
That is
like,
important,
yeah.
Yes,
Yes.
words to live by, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yes, yes.
I
yes.
have a hate.
Here we go.
Go on, then.
Yes.
Is it your child?
Yeah.
Is he your awful son?
That would be harsh. That would be harsh to do it immediately.
Give it time.
Give it a year.
No, my hate is kind of baby related. It's having to answer the same question in various different ways.
Oh, okay.
So the most obvious example is that the baby was 2 weeks late, and every single day, not the same person every day, but every single day, have you had the baby yet? Have you had a baby yet? Any news?
Have you got something on the horizon, haven't you?
Any news?
Have you had
Any
a
news?
baby yet?
Baby?
Any news? Any news on the baby? Have you had the baby yet? Any
that
news on the
baby?
baby?
4 question marks.
Every single day for 2 weeks, and you're just like,
I think you would have told them.
I probably would have told you.
Yeah,
if it had happened.
Yes.
So I had to just find so many different ways of initially politely,
Yeah.
and then kind of impolitely,
off.
saying we'll be in touch.
You've been posting a lot on Instagram lately, Rev. I haven't seen any photos of your child.
What's that about?
Have you have a baby yet?
Had the baby yet? Had the baby yet? Have you had the baby yet?
Have you
No.
had the baby
No,
yet?
I fucking haven't.
Yeah.
Initially, I was just like, no, not yet. Just I was a bit more descriptive, like,
Yeah.
we're a bit late, but everything's cool. Everyone's
Everyone's
chilled
okay.
out. Thanks for asking, that kind of thing. Then it became no. Then it was sort of like, no, not yet. I'll be in touch. And then it was just, I just in the end had to say to people, please stop asking.
Really?
I just can't think of another imaginative way to answer this.
No.
That isn't just no.
But also, I will tell you.
Yeah.
I am going to tell you.
Probably will come up
It'll
at
come
some
up.
point. Yeah,
It
so,
will.
yeah.
You'll be one of the first people I tell. And it wasn't everyone all the time. It was just.
That's the problem, isn't it?
It was
Yeah.
just every single day, and you're like, come on. I
guess
I would tell you.
I guess-
It's nice that they're interested.
Oh no, it's lovely. But I guess there's an element of the moment, because you think this happens all the time, but I guess the moment anybody becomes pregnant or they're having a kid, it's suddenly like everybody's interested.
Here's my top tip.
Don't
for
tell
peop-
anyone.
Don't tell anyone your due date. For God's sake, don't tell anyone your due date. Because then people mark it in their calendars.
Oh God.
They know pretty much when you're due, and they start saying, oh, any news?
I pretty much
Any
just
news?
asked Ali,
who
who didn't know.
No.
Obviously.
Well, you two didn't ask, and that's good. I thank you for that. Actually, you didn't care. That's fine. Yeah. Look, usually the people who didn't ask were people who have young kids.
Yeah, they
Because
know.
they know they've had it
They've got the
recently.
straight up,
They've just been like,
Yes.
so they understand the problems that come with that.
I tried to check in, but in a kind of like a
Sure.
like a segue. I didn't
But
want to
then
go.
you asked a slightly different question, which
I just
was
be like, "How you doing?"
you piqued my interest with your different line of questioning.
Thank
Yeah,
you. Yeah.
there you go.
Whereas if it applies, it doesn't just apply to this. It's just this is a recent example. I used to get it at work. People used to ask me the same question if something wasn't turning up when they wanted it.
Where is it?
Anything on that yet? Oh, where are we with this? I've not forgotten.
I've just got no news.
I've got no news for you. You'll find out when I know something. I
Yeah.
promise.
Yeah, I swear.
I promise I'll tell you.
Yeah. There comes a time when you're the one who wants to receive the information that you just have to accept
Yeah.
that they will tell you.
Yeah.
And I know that's hard, right?
Well, I don't work because I used to have. Work's a good example. I used to have clients at work, and now I am the client. So maybe I'm better, hopefully, at that.
yeah,
I'll ask
Yeah.
once and go, oh, could I have this on?
Oh, that's
such
true.
and
I used
such?
to get clients who would be chasing, and it would be before deadline as well.
Yeah.
So it's like
Any news on that? No, because you'll have it.
Deadline is in 4 weeks' time,
Yeah.
as previously agreed. You'll have it then, or
Yeah.
you'll have an update then. But at the moment, we're working on it.
Yeah. All of that, all
can
the
I just,
time.
Can I just check in on this?
Yeah.
You can if you like.
You can.
As long as you're fucking saying
You can, but you might not like the response because I've done fuck all on that.
Yeah, I really, because that's another thing as well. Is that usually if we set a deadline, that would mean we work, spend the entire time doing nothing.
You start doing it 2
And then
days
the day
before.
before, yeah, exactly,
Start doing it. Yeah,
so
exactly.
really, I have
I
not
do-
done anything at all.
Yeah, exactly.
I do my best work on the night.
Oh,
you know,
hundred.
yeah. Do you because little Jacob,
Little Jacob.
Little Jacob.
he was a little late to the party.
Yeah.
It took a little while to arrive.
He was.
So in that wonderful, horrible period where you were
Yeah.
waiting, did you find people coming out of the woodwork with like, bury an onion, in the garden?
Oh,
that'll make you-
no, we didn't get it. We didn't get any tips, helpful tips. 'Cause I think they don't. They know what answer they would have got
Yeah.
if they started giving me any helpful tips.
Here's a tip. Fuck off.
There's no imagination. There's no imagination to my reply. That's what I mean.
Yeah.
When people start doing that, there's no imagination in my reply. It's just no.
Yeah.
Fuck off.
Leave
Leave me alone.
Yeah. I guess like everybody's got a.
Especially when you're feeling impatient yourself.
Yeah,
And that
yeah,
again
yeah.
applies if you're like working with a client at work.
Yeah.
And you're working with a supplier yourself. You're impatient for the information sometimes.
Yeah.
It's like I'm on it.
Oh, I've been there. Like this is the thing. This is what I kind of was saying with my point. It's just like we have all been there where we want to know, and it's very personally frustrating and important to us.
Yeah.
And we're like, I'm one email away from being that guy.
Yeah.
And I could just go, I'll just check.
Just check. Just
But it's
checking
like I have to bite that back and just go, no. They said they'd tell me, I'll hold them to their word until it gets to the point that it's too late or we've passed the deadline, and then I'll have the right
Then
to
I'll,
message them.
Yeah.
That's what I do.
I tried to be
That's my
better
rule
at
of
this
thumb.
now. There's a time in my life where I wanted everything now. Like it had
Want
to
it
be.
now.
I would now. No.
I'm very. No, I'm very impatient, generally speaking.
No.
Yes, I am.
No.
I am,
sorry.
John.
Yeah,
Shut up, I'm talking.
Sorry. No.
But I'm trying not to be, and especially at work, I try not to be.
I think it's tricky when there's multiple people who haven't asked the same question themselves twice, but loads of people are asking the same question.
That's
so something,
it. That was more the problem.
Yeah, something I get quite often with emails for my book is that people will message and go like, "Oh, they'll have bought the book or something." And they'll go, "Oh, do you have a PDF version?" And it's like, if you go on my site where you bought the book from and went through all the products,
that's infuriating.
You might find a PDF version of it.
Yeah.
And like it started out when I would get these questions, because I get that question a lot, that specific question a lot. So it started out and I would just reply with, well, actually, yes,
Thanks
I do.
so much for your inquiry.
Yeah, if you follow this link, and I'd give them the exact link right to the actual product.
Go on the
itself.
website.
Yeah, it was like, now it's just like, yeah, I've got a website that sells all my products.
Yeah.
As if to say, like, what's wrong with you?
No, I think that's wise. I think that's wise. You've got to start putting up some boundaries.
Yeah.
If you lead people like all the way through the path,
Yes.
they become dependent on you.
Yeah.
You've just got to like sort of push them that way.
This wild world we live in where we have Google and we have the place they literally bought the thing from before. And instead of doing either of those two routes, either going to the place they bought something or just Googling colossal PDF, instead of doing either of those things, they decided to ask a question to a guy who won't reply for like 48 hours potentially on a weekend or something.
Yeah.
What are you doing? You could have the answer to this question already.
I'll just wait. I don't want to assume.
No.
I'll just wait.
Please assume.
Yeah.
Please.
I want one of those. I want an artisanal kind of home crafted answer. I don't want something impersonal.
I don't want
like
that Google trash.
We get it at work. It's like, how do I find out about transport, for example?
Google
like,
Transport.
Go on the fucking transport page.
I googled your contact details. How do I find out about X?
Yeah. They got that far.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah,
another
exactly.
thing. All these emails come through my contact form on my website. They're already there.
It's there already.
They're already there.
I was on your website and I saw the product you wanted. I wanted and the button that said add to cart, but I wanted to be absolutely certain. Is this the right way to go about it?
Is this the product? Yeah.
If I order it directly through you, will I receive it from you?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Obviously
you
clearly.
will.
It's that. It's having that question over and over and over again from different people and thinking, oh, I'm running out of patience here.
Yep.
I'm running out of patience.
There's
here.
only so many ways I can say
and
fuck off.
And in the end, I did give up and just say, please, I'm begging you.
I'm begging you, please.
We are here waiting for something to happen. Please stop asking. And people did then, because I think they got that they pissed me off.
But it's all of. I mean, like now they've got nothing to complain about. Like, the news is out there.
I've put it out there. I contacted all those people as I promised I would.
Yeah.
And they have the information.
Yeah.
I was led to
And now
believe,
so do you.
I was led to believe that you had quite a backlog of WhatsApp messages
Massive
that you hadn't
backlog.
responded to.
Massive backlog of WhatsApp messages.
Everyone
over last
About
week.
the child.
About the child, like
But
people
boy.
had obviously, I'd sent, or me and Liz sent messages out, and you get a lot of congratulations and all that kind of thing. And it's very nice.
Of course.
But then everyone always asks a question because they want a response.
Right.
Understandable.
Yeah.
But then I've ended up
Engagement.
with a huge WhatsApp backlog.
Yeah.
They want a picture or whatever, and it's just like, oh, I've not got time at the moment.
But the wild thing is,
I'm asleep.
If you work through, let's say you've got like 10 people, and you've got a backlog of, like, I've never normally in my life ended up with a backlog of 10 unread.
No,
or
I hadn't
unreplied to
until
WhatsApp
this
messages.
week.
Yeah, exactly.
This
So it's a
week,
rare
that's
situation
changed.
to be in. If you then decide, one evening, I'm going to sit down, I'm going to get through them all, I'm going to reply to every single one, I'm going to just take half an hour.
More
to do
keep
it.
coming.
But that's what'll happen.
reply
They'll
then.
all reply,
Yeah.
and then you're gonna have this constant wave of people replying at the same
Yeah.
rate. It's gonna be
Yeah.
awful. You're gonna
Yeah.
have to stagger it. That's the only thing you can do.
That's what I did in the end.
Yeah.
I just went like, and then even then, other people were contacting me. I'm like, oh god, here we go. But I'm up to date. He
Well
said.
done.
Good.
How many messages have I got on there at the moment?
30.
Oh no, I'm all right at the moment.
That's
There's
what's,
nothing new on there.
What's
at the moment.
important is that you make time in your gaping schedule
Yeah.
to.
I got nothing going on at the moment.
To keep everyone filled in.
Yeah, I got
Exactly.
nothing going
like,
on
what
at
you
the
got
moment.
on? Nothing.
Nothing.
It's a miracle I'm here, frankly.
Yeah.
It is
With everything going on.
Yeah, we had to
everything
tear
going
him
on.
away. You know.
Yeah.
Well, Liz kicked me out of the house. No, she didn't.
Sick the sight
She
of it.
encouraged me to stick to my regularly scheduled programming.
Oh, sure. Yeah.
That's a good way of putting it.
yeah.
Well, you mustn't let this self-entitled little kid.
yeah, sure.
You know,
Ruin this podcast.
You've got a life. You've got stuff going on.
Oh, I don't
You work hard. You pay your bills.
I haven't for a while. I don't go to football as much anymore. I don't go to the pub as much anymore. I need to do something with my time.
Start smoking a pipe.
Yeah, I could do.
Yeah, you could.
Yeah.
No.
Or chewing tobacco into a spittoon.
Yeah, or your child's eye.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, sure. Any of those
Yeah,
things.
got 2 shots for that.
Which it probably wouldn't.
Father, no.
It wouldn't make the same noise, would it?
It wouldn't go.
Yeah.
No.
It might. If in the end, if I you had to have a glass eye or something.
That's true.
I suppose. Yeah.
With all the spitting.
With all
that
the
you've been
spitting,
doing.
yeah.
God, that'd be fun. Character building that.
No,
Really
I don't know about
character
that.
building, yeah.
Have you thought about what kind of manner you're going to adopt on the sideline when he's playing? Of course, when he's playing five-a-side footy
Oh, we
on a
better.
Saturday morning. You know.
Oh, what pitch side manner?
Yeah, I'm thinking aggressive.
No.
No.
Fuck you. No, I think I'll be encouraging.
Encouraging. Yeah.
Encouraging.
Sure, yeah.
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 I'll encourage him not to fuck up.
Yeah, because he'll knows what will happen if he
Yeah,
does.
because of all the threats I made.
Catch these ants.
Yeah, that's my tactic.
Oh, it's grand.
When you
Yeah.
said manor, I thought you were going to say manor house. That he was going to buy because of Jacob's TikTok fame. That
Yeah, when he
becomes
becomes a TikTok millionaire.
Because he's not
eating
gonna-
Tide Pods.
He's only.
Cyber Tide Pods.
Yeah,
To be fair, if he hadn't had your training, he never would have made his kind of
Exactly.
Tide Pod millions.
exactly. Absolutely right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Absolutely right. So anyway, thanks for the questions, but
Please stop.
please stop.
Please stop.
Yeah, that's fair.
Please leave me be.
Yeah. No.
Love. Who's got a love?
I've got a love.
Nick's got a love.
Yes.
Speaking of TikTok,
Oh yeah.
this is who Jacob will have to compete with.
Oh god.
no.
Here we go.
Apollo the parrot.
Jesus.
He's
Christ.
Okay.
He's a parrot.
It's not a human, so I'm
not a
already
human.
okay with
So
it.
you'd think Jacob's got one up on this guy, but this parrot is fucking amazing.
Yeah.
He can talk. Now a lot of parrots can talk.
Well, yeah, that
Yeah.
was my first.
He can
question.
say he can say some words. Like
Right,
I'm not going
good.
to say a lot, but they are all. So for example, he can say fresh water. That's one of the things he can say.
Wow.
Right.
That was a good
And he-
impression of a parrot.
And he says, but the funny thing is that it did sound a bit like a parrot. That I'll give you that. But when you hear the owner talking, the owner sounds like that as well.
Oh, right.
So
Okay.
he literally sounds exactly like his owner because, of course, that's who he's learning to.
Sure.
to speak now.
Yeah.
But what his owner does is his owner holds stuff up. It's just like, what's this?
Yeah.
And he'll be like, bowl.
Well, yeah.
And they'll be like,
It's another good impression of a parrot.
but then he'll hold the same thing in another TikTok. He'll hold the same thing up, but instead of saying "What's this?" he'll say "What's this made of?"
Oh yeah.
and it'll go metal. And it's like,
Is he right?
yeah,
Wow.
in that instance he is. And then so there's a few different things he does. Like,
Generally, he's quite inaccurate, really.
yeah,
The problem with that is he thinks everything's a bowl that's made of metal. That's
he
the-
does.
It's a spoon made of plastic.
There's an inherent issue with the account, which is that most of the TikToks are very
It
impressive.
could be overdubbed.
And then he does bloopers.
Could be.
And I find the bloopers very, very funny, but it does kind of highlight that maybe all of the other ones are just trial and error.
Oh, I
the
see.
right thing.
I see. So
Because the bloopers will be like, he'll hold up a bowl and say, "What's this made of?" And he'll go, "Purple." And I find this incredibly entertaining.
Yeah.
But it does kind of highlight that maybe he's not actually smart
Well,
at
a
all.
broken clock is right twice a day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He'll tap things with his beak. He'll go, "Tuk tuk," and then he'll go, "Metal." And then he'll tap things and go, "Paper."
Yeah.
Like that. And then there's this
This
one...
is great impression work.
Yeah,
at
isn't
the
it?
moment.
And then there's one blooper, which I honestly just laughed out loud. I was sat on the toilet watching it, and I laughed out loud. I think a little nugget dropped
What
out.
a life!
I know. And he like... he tapped his head
Yeah.
on a glass window and went, "Tok, tok," and he went, "Fresh water." And I just thought that was hilarious. Like, but also, one of the items that he's learned is Wario from Mario, because this
yeah.
guy's got a little figurine of Wario.
Sure.
So every now and then he holds Wario up. Who's
Yeah.
this? And he goes, "Wario." And then
What's he made of?
sometimes, and he'll say that. What's he made of? Plastic. What's
Yeah.
he, what colour is he?
Hate.
Purple.
He's made of hate.
Divorce. But every now and then, because he gets words wrong sometimes, it's funny if he just says fresh water or metal
Yeah,
or,
sure,
or plastic
yeah.
or something. But sometimes he'll just say Wario, and it'll be like, what? So it'll be like, hold up a plastic bowl. It's like, what's this? Wario. It's
Yeah.
like, no, it's not.
That's not you, idiot.
Yeah. But it's like, you can kind of forgive him saying all manner of
Yeah.
other shit. But when Wario comes out of his mouth, beak, it's much, much more entertaining. And so my love is the whole thing.
Yeah.
Without knowing whether or not Apollo is actually smart at all.
Yeah,
I
I'll
think
be
he-
honest. It feels like
I think he may not be.
a series of flukes.
I think it is.
Yeah.
Which is, if anything, more entertaining.
Yeah.
I do like the idea that you said that his owner, he actually sounds like his owner.
Yeah.
Like we think parrots sound like piece of hate,
Yeah,
piece of
piece of
hate.
hate.
But actually, if they had an owner who just had a normal voice, fresh water. Actually,
yeah.
Wario.
Wario. Wario.
If I must, purple.
It's from Buckinghamshire. Hello.
But, yes, actually, I would like a cracker.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, lots of pauses and ums.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Yes, I would like
gosh.
Can I trouble you for a cracker?
Why is it that parrots can do what they can do and other animals can't do that?
Well, I mean, yeah.
Why, though?
I don't know.
I appreciate it's science.
Well, they impersonate, don't they?
Yeah.
But I don't know
But how do they have the mental and physical capacity to do that? Whereas, like a blackbird, for example, doesn't.
I guess like, the question
meant to
is
be quite smart.
how much use is a blackbird getting out of its brain on a daily basis?
Sure,
I guess you don't need to be especially clever to catch a worm. I
No,
suppose.
and can wild parrots do it?
That's a good question.
That's a great question.
Yeah, what noise are they making in the wild?
Are they copying other birds?
If a parrot,
I've heard a parrot copy a car alarm before. That was quite funny.
if a parrot says Wario in the woods, but there's no one around to hear it.
What if you release Apollo back into the wild
Yeah.
and he teaches every parrot in the neighborhood to say Wario?
And after a
Wario.
generation, you just hear wah.
Coming from the forest.
Wah.
Wah, 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 wah.
Yeah.
It's a Wario joke.
Yeah, that's a Wario joke.
It's a Wario
That's
joke.
the noise Wario makes.
Yeah. It's mimicry, isn't it? As Nick said, they're just kind of.
Yeah, I don't know why.
Well, I don't know any other animal that can talk. Like
No.
that.
There are other birds that can do mimicry, because a minor bird can do it.
Yes,
Which apparently
yeah.
is really famous for doing it. It does more sound effects better, I think,
Okay.
than parrots do.
It's more of a performer.
Yeah,
Yeah.
sure.
Sometimes
you
it
can do
goes-
better than that.
You can do
Variety.
better than that.
Yeah.
Caw.
Caw-caw.
You can do better than that.
Yeah.
Caw. You can do better than that.
Well, like
That kind of thing.
crows, they're not very vocal, but they are very intelligent.
Yeah, oh yeah.
Yeah.
At the Tower of London, the crows are all there, just hanging out. Very tame.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Big as well.
Ravens.
Sorry,
then,
ravens.
yeah.
Big ones.
I watched a little
ravens.
video about a crow that got rescued as a baby, and then like this family kind of reared it,
Yeah.
and it was quite tame. It was like a dog.
Yeah.
But they were like, well, he's kind of a wild animal. We want him to stay out in the garden, and like maybe he'll learn to like go and be with the crows, and he never did. And like he just hung around the garden. So every morning they'd like go, oh, good morning. He's here, wah. And then like this little crow would come like running over them. What are you doing? Wah. And like he would, it was quite funny because he'd like walk around the house and like. Every morning they're woken up by him like hammering the window, and then it's like think, oh, just ignore him, he'll go away, and then he'd like creep around the house and like looking through all the windows. Yeah,
I love a bird.
love a bird.
Yeah.
A lot of time for a
A
bird.
lot of time for a bird.
Yeah.
I got love.
Oh.
Yeah, go on.
So on a previous episode, I wanted to cast your
yes.
mind back.
Oh God.
I've mentioned the Barclay Marathon.
Yes.
Yeah.
Long time ago.
Does that ring a bell? That's the
Kinda.
That's the insane. I don't know, somewhere in like the Colorado wilds. It's the insane 100-mile, more than 100-mile race that like people try to get into.
And it's like sort of secret, isn't it?
Super secretive. It doesn't have
You've
a
got to
website or
contact the
anything.
owner.
Okay.
So it's run by a dude.
I'm so glad we're talking about it then.
Yeah.
It's really. I love it.
This is a crime talking
yeah.
about it, actually.
Yeah. Everything on this podcast is a crime.
It's run by a dude called Lazarus Lake,
Nice.
who
I don't think that's his real
looks
name.
a little bit like a garden gnome.
Yeah.
You can picture it. It's like old man, big kind of white beard, like
Yeah.
always wears like a red kind of like hat or whatever. And like the Barclay Marathon's got all this kind of stuff, which is like it sounds like a psychopath designed it. So
Sure.
you run 5
Probably was.
marathons
Yeah.
in 60 hours
Jesus.
across like mountainous forests,
Just don't do it.
and you get given a map.
People must have died during that.
No one's died.
No.
Yeah.
We'll see about
Oh,
that.
give
Yeah.
it time.
But to get in, it's got all these bizarre rules where to get in, you have to work out how to contact Lazarus Lake, write him a letter saying why you're good enough to get in.
Yeah.
And every year he wants like a different. The entry prize is a different thing he needs.
Yeah.
So if he needs like socks,
Right.
then that one year you have to buy him like socks.
Okay.
And then if
He needs meat.
hundreds,
Yeah, sure, yeah.
hundreds of people will send letters every year
Yeah,
going like, we
really?
want to do this because they're hungry for it. They want it.
Hungry for pain.
And he only accepts a handful.
Right.
Okay.
And then he sends him a letter of commiseration.
Yeah.
It's like, I'm so sorry. You
You're
have to do the
you're
Barclay.
in.
You have to do the Barclay
so
Marathon.
sorry.
Yeah.
You have to turn up with a number plate,
Right.
a car number plate, as a
Yeah.
gift. That's how
Right.
you get
That's
in.
for Lazarus.
That's for Lazarus.
Okay.
He eats those for strength.
Yeah.
And like you, and then there's all these bizarre rules. Like you arrive, you just wait. At some point in the next 48 hours, the race will start.
Jesus.
You don't know when it's coming. He'll blow a conch horn, like
Right.
a
Right. And you
and
just
then
go.
and then you've got 2 hours to get ready.
Right.
and you run it one way round, you run it the other way round, and you reverse it back and forth. There are like 17 books scattered through the forest.
Okay, you have to try and find
them,
those.
tear out a page to prove you've done it.
Right.
So it's incredible, and people, but most years no one completes it.
Yeah.
But it's like if you complete 3
So
laps,
you have to do it plus have the book.
yeah, you've
you
got
have
to
to
book
found the book.
every loop. You've got to collect
to-
the
right,
pages.
right.
And if you complete 3 laps, that's called a fun run.
Nice.
Yeah. Some people get like 10 minutes sleep in like 60 hours.
Forget
Anyway,
it.
so I think it's great, and
Yeah.
and he comes across as like a kind of madman. Like
He seems like a madman.
He's an old guy, he's a bit crazy. He's not especially athletic himself, Like the race starts when he's lit a cigarette.
Right.
Like
So definitely not
everyone
that
just waits for him to like light up, spark
yeah,
up,
and go.
and then off you go. But I didn't realize that he has invented other races.
Oh.
This blew my mind. I watched a random little video on YouTube, and who should turn up? Fuck
Lazarus.
me. It's Lazarus Lake.
Yeah.
So he's come up with
Gnome Wizard.
Gnome Wizard. He's got another format called the Ultra Backyard, which is a different kind of run.
Right.
Is it in his backyard?
Well, no, but it was based on, admittedly, quite a large backyard, but it was based on like a distance that I guess he had access to when he was younger.
Yeah.
It was an idea he's had since he was a kid.
Yeah.
And this video was set in New Zealand because this was they were doing an ultra backyard in New Zealand.
Right.
So the way it works is a bunch of competitors turn up,
Yeah.
and the route is it's a little longer than 4 miles. It's like
Okay.
4 point something miles.
It's not that long.
No, it's not that long.
I bet it's intense.
But it's a loop.
Right.
And the idea is that you have to run the loop, so call it 4.5 miles, just for the sake of it. You have to run 4.5 miles in an hour.
Okay.
So that's easy.
Yeah.
Is it easy?
And then
Oh, here we go. Here
you
we
do
go.
it again.
Right.
And then you do it again.
Okay.
And the race, it's not like, oh, what was your time? It's like, no. There is one winner.
The last one doing
The
it.
last one standing.
person standing.
Oh, God.
Yeah.
So if you do it in more than an hour, you're out?
Yeah, you're out,
Yeah.
flat out, yeah. And he said his approach to rules is that they are simple and absolute. So there are only like 4 rules. It's very, very straightforward, but it's basically like you have to run until you bow out or fail to complete a lap. You have to run.
So what's the longest someone's done this for?
Well, we watched this
here's the
video.
question.
Do you wanna guess?
So we're guessing by laps.
Yeah, because like a
Which
lap,
would be
a lap,
also hours, right?
a lap is an hour.
Oh, fine.
Yeah.
Fine.
Yeah. 10 would be 40 miles.
I'm going to say it's much bigger than that. I reckon like 62.
I'm going to aim low and go 15.
It's pretty much exactly in the middle, right? It got down to 30, 32, 33, I want to say, and there were 2 guys going.
Jesus.
And and then they started, and then one guy came back in 5 minutes, like, no,
I'm done.
no, I'm done.
Really?
Yeah. And it was really, really cool because he said it's a weird race because if you think about it, like most people, if they're able-bodied, most people can run 4 miles.
Yeah.
So like doing that in an hour, that's like
It's fairly doable.
could be 40
that's-
minutes.
yeah, that's-
Then you get 20 minutes, comfortable 40 minutes if you're not going too fast, and then you
Yeah.
get 20 minutes back at base. Then
Yeah.
you do it again.
Yeah.
Then you do it again. And he said you get people who come and like they've never run long distances before, but then they'll go, "Oh, I'll stop when I've run a marathon, or I'll stop when I've done 100 miles." So he said, like, people surprise themselves. They go a lot further than you'd imagine. And then you get a few kind of hardcore people.
Just
And it's like,
won't stop.
because if you run for like 31 hours, like, that's like, you haven't slept like in a really long
that's
time.
mad.
Yeah.
So true.
And it was really
Forget
cool.
that.
And I realised that I really like Lazarus Lake.
Sure.
Because I thought he was a lunatic.
Oh, he is, though.
I think he is.
Come on.
But he also displayed quite a nice. You saw more of him in like more of his kind of human side in this one than you did. Like if the point of the Barkley Marathon is that it's meant to be undoable.
Yeah.
Yes.
Like there's people who can do stuff and achieve so much stuff all the time.
Yeah.
Like they're massive overachievers. I mean, they come to the Barking Marathon.
Can't do it.
They can't do it.
They come here to fail.
And they love it. They
Yeah.
want more. It's like, punish me, daddy. You know, they want it. And then like the ultra backyard, it was actually really kind of like encouraging. It was the opposite. And it turns out he was a basketball coach for like 30 years.
Oh.
And he said he learned
Endurance.
And he said something very nice. He said he learned that not every athlete is of the same ability, but they're all of the same value.
Oh,
And I was like, that's actually
very,
that's
very
actually quite a
profound.
nice statement.
I like that.
Yeah.
I like that a lot.
There we go.
So
Good for him.
Lazarus Lake and the ultra backyard. He's a cool dude. Look it
Yeah,
up.
I'll
Look him up.
Look
Look
it
him
Good.
up.
Sounds good.
And maybe he's got other races out
He
there.
must
bet he
do. He
does.
surely doesn't just
This
have
is
two.
his career.
You
now.
wouldn't stop at two, would
You
you?
wouldn't stop
No.
at two
If
races.
you've done two,
At least 3.
you'd be like, I don't know, like you've got to, I don't know, eat like a whole baguette while sprinting 100 meters or
That'd be
something
good.
like that.
I'd do that. That'd be better.
There's a race, I think it's somewhere in America, where it was meant to like promote local restaurants. It might be like in Boston or something. The idea is that you'd run a mile, eat a meal, run a mile, eat a meal. Like you had to go from like
There's marathons where
how
you
many
like.
meals? It's a lot of food.
That's
Like, yeah.
There's marathons where you like drink pints of beer,
That's mad.
which is craziness.
That is insane.
But still, sounds fun.
Have a little lie down
Yeah,
in between.
that'd be nice.
Yeah,
I got love.
he's got love.
Yeah.
Oh,
home.
I wonder what it is.
I wonder
well,
if
it's not specifically the child, just the child.
The boy.
The boy.
a brown poo.
It's a brown poo. Partly, it's bonding with my son.
Ah.
And here's the story.
Here we go.
So we were in hospital for a few days after he was born. We were staying over. One of the nights we were staying over, we said to Liz, me and the midwife, like, you go to sleep, and I was like, the midwife looked after him for a bit, and then I took over. I was like, I'm gonna go to what they call the dining room. So it was just like teas and coffees and things like that, and a TV was in there.
And you're like, this is my moment to shine.
Yeah. So I walked in. It was I was there from 1:30 till 4:30, like one morning.
Wow.
Which was fine. I just thought I'll go in, I'll let Liz sleep so she doesn't have to hear the baby cry or whatever, and just chill out. So I walked in, I got myself a tea, sat down with the baby, had a little cuddle and all that, had his little hospital crib with me, and Film 4 was on. And there was a film on, and then bear in mind it's 1:30 in the morning, called The Handmaiden, which was, have you ever heard of it?
Chinese?
Korean.
Korean, there we go.
I'm not exaggerating. Korean porn. It was a Korean porn movie, and it was full frontal, full everything, everything going on.
But artistic.
Very artistic.
I think what's known as an erotic thriller.
I'm playing in a hospital.
Playing in a hospital in a maternity unit.
Brilliant.
With children everywhere.
To be
So
fair,
I sat there.
If you're there with a baby, you know how everything works.
I guess,
like,
yeah.
You know, you've
Yeah,
got
yeah.
to that point.
I didn't know how to change the channel. I had a baby in my arms. I thought, can't change it. I'm just going to have to sit here and watch this.
I was going to sit and watch The Handmaiden.
Mercifully, I was on my own. I just watched the whole movie. And there was all sorts going on in that movie. There was all sorts going on. I just thought, this is weird. This is
One of your first memories.
my first memories with my son is watching Korean pornography.
One of
in the maternity ward.
Jacob's first sex memories.
Yeah, it's just that.
Oh my
Wow.
All happening.
Wow.
Yeah, for hours. And I just was like, if someone walked in now, I'm not going to look good.
This is, yeah.
Someone's going to call like social services if someone walks in now.
Look, okay.
I'm not joking though. The credits started rolling after all this,
Sex.
let's call it sexiness.
Yeah.
And some violence as well.
Oh, no.
Oh, yeah.
And someone walked in. I just went, thank fuck you weren't here 5 minutes ago, because I would have looked awful.
Look, it's just me, my newborn son,
Yeah.
and a bit of grot.
And
Yeah,
some
a bit-
pornography. What's
and a
the
bit
big
of
deal?
Korean grot on the
What's the
telly.
big deal? And then
At
we watched an
4:30.
infomercial about NutriBullet, which wasn't about wanking, John. Come on. So there was an infomercial. There was an infomercial with the inventor of the NutriBullet and just some presenter.
Is the NutriBullet a blender?
Yeah. That's
Yeah, I
exactly
think
what it
I
is.
know. Yeah.
But it's so small you can set it yourself.
Yeah. Whilst you're watching Korean
While you're
pornography.
watching Korean.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
It's, if anything, the best way.
So that is, and forever will be, one of the first memories I have with my
You
son.
can't unremember that now.
No.
That's going to happen.
No.
Yeah.
On his wedding day, I'll be telling everyone that story.
Yeah.
Yes.
If he doesn't already know it, because he might listen to this back.
That's Wow.
Yeah, I sort of don't know what to say to that.
What can you say?
There's nothing.
What can you say?
to it.
I do love how...
I'm kind of pleased that's one of the things, though.
Yeah.
'Cause it's just such a weird thing
You won't
to
forget
have
it.
happened.
You definitely won't forget it.
I do love how...
I will sit there just like out of my mind tired thinking, this doesn't feel real. this has got to be a dream.
Maybe it's just a dream.
Now, admittedly, this is one... Now, like, giving... having like, your child appear in this world is one of these kind of like really, really pivotal moments that you're going to remember. But like, I do love those rare moments in life where you're like, how the fuck did I get here?
Yeah.
Like, you didn't plan this. Like, you couldn't have imagined you'd find yourself in a...
It's an unlikely set of circumstances.
Yeah.
But Film 4 happened to be on at that time when I wasn't really planning to go in that room at that time. I hoped I'd be asleep. But I thought, no, I'm going to go in just to give Liz a bit of a break and whatever.
Do you see the whole movie from start to finish? Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Do you find, like, have you gained more of an appreciation for international film cinema?
Sure.
Specifically
yeah.
Korean
Well, every
culture.
year on his birthday, I'm going to make him watch Korean pornography.
This is our movie.
This is
Korean pornography can be your thing.
Yeah, absolutely.
That's nice.
Absolutely. We'll watch The Handmaiden every year on his birthday.
Wow. Do you feel like you were in kind of like I was going to say like hotel time, but it's kind of like I wonder if like a hospital occupies the same space. Like this time doesn't exist.
Yeah.
You had a plan.
I had no concept of time, day.
But you don't
anything.
have to be anywhere else.
No.
Yeah,
Like, there's nothing more important to do.
You're off the grid.
Yeah.
You're not on a schedule. You're just completely
It didn't
detached
matter.
from...
There's a
It
weird
didn't
pleasure
matter.
to those times.
Yeah, as surreal as it is, that's kind of weird.
I could have done with being less tired than I was, but
and probably
being
not...
up at 1:30 till 4:30 was quite good fun.
Yeah.
Because I'm like, no one's awake now. This is fun.
Yeah.
It was good. In that regard. It was shit in others, but good in that regard.
What did Jacob think of it?
Oh, he loved it, didn't he?
Yeah.
He loved it. Just slept through the whole thing.
What a world.
Yeah. No, he was asleep.
Just think of that little moment. That was like, that's one bizarrely
I wonder who
human-
else was watching it at that time.
Yeah.
And not wanking.
As a kid...
Be hard not to.
Yeah.
I mean, the self-control
Literally.
is like, unbelievable.
Yeah.
But no, that's weird, isn't it? It's like just this one, you probably felt like the only person on the planet there.
Yeah.
You know?
It was
the
in
only two
an
people.
empty dining room. It wasn't really a canteen. It was just a dining room with like teas and coffee station.
Yeah.
And then literally as the credits rolled, someone walked in with their kid.
That is mad lucky.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, I mean, seconds before,
Yeah.
stuff
Stuff.
was happening.
Full blown stuff.
Yeah.
That is weirdly powerful.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It is,
So there you
actually.
go.
Yeah.
And then the NutriBullet infomercial was quite interesting. So I've got that showing up in a couple of days.
You're going to get a NutriBullet?
I mean, it was quite convincing.
To be fair, there's going to be a lot of pureed food
Let me
in
ask
your
you this,
house.
John.
Oh.
Do you like healthy meals that give you your 5 a day?
Well, I do.
But you haven't got the time to like prepare meals.
We all
So
have busy lives.
I'm
We all
just-
have busy
I'm-
lives, so you want to have it in one go.
I'm
yeah?
just so busy in this fast-paced 21st
Yeah.
century world. What with the
Absolutely.
ever-looming threat of terrorism and paying those bills?
Yeah,
how am
pay
I
those
going to
bills.
pay those
Absolutely.
bills?
And of
Yeah.
course, the constant stream of Korean pornography that's just always available to me.
Exactly that. And
Yeah.
you want a smooth drink. You don't want something with lumps in it or anything like that.
No,
I don't want lumps.
No,
You
it's got to
don't
be
want-
smooth.
I will throw it in the sea.
It's absolutely. and you'd be right to do
That'd
so.
be right to do it.
the estuary.
Well, John, let me tell you, the NutriBullet might be the product for you.
Oh, thank
That's
God.
all I'll say.
Because I'm telling you right now, I do not have the time to chew.
No.
Yeah.
No,
No.
that's-
Why should you?
Squirt that down me,
Yeah.
Daddy.
You can put Chewits in it. It doesn't matter.
Chewits. Did
No,
he put Chewits in it?
No.
No.
He could have though.
I like Chewits.
Did
Yeah.
he put papaya?
I think he did.
They always put papaya.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think he did. There was all sorts of crazy shit going in there.
Oh, papaya can fuck right up.
Yeah.
I know what the next two things I'm going to order from Amazon are now. Then.
Yeah, Korean
NutriBullet
pornography.
and
a,
The Handmaiden.
And a baby.
Yeah, a baby.
Yeah, you've really sold me on a baby here.
Yeah, exactly.
That's the big takeaway.
Yeah, absolutely.
Well,
So I would recommend that to anybody.
Wildly wholesome, considering
Yes.
the content of
Yeah.
that
Yeah.
anecdote.
Yeah.
In many ways, it should not have been as wholesome
No.
as it was.
yes,
No, thank you.
ignoring the hardcore, full frontal, but artistic nudity. That is an oddly
Yeah.
charming
Heartwarming and
charming.
charming.
There was
Yeah,
also a scene where the bloke had his fingers cut off, but
Oh, well, he shouldn't have been,
Yeah.
fiddling.
he shouldn't have mouthed off like that.
You shouldn't have had off like that.
So, do we need to ask? But what do we think?
I'm
won?
gonna have to go with love, aren't I?
Oh,
Yeah.
For a
You're
change.
changing.
I'm not changing.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Sorry.
I'm just temporarily saying it to look good.
Sorry, Daddy.
Yeah. That's all right, Nikki.